Fostering Our Students' Soft Skills by Playing Games in Class by Milagros Olivo. From 11:50 to 12, we have the round of questions. From 12 to 12:10, we have the raffle and sponsors presentation. From 12:10 to 1 p.m., we have the third workshop, Tech Tools to Enhance Our Students' Communicative Skills by Katia Adriansen. From 1 to 1:10, we have the round of questions, and from 1:10 to 1:15, we have the closing words. Now, let's remember that to be eligible to receive a virtual certificate, you need to fill in a Google form, which will be shared with you at the end of each presentation. Just to begin with this academic event, I would like to invite Mrs. Carla Rivas, Head of Studies at Colegio San Agustín, to say the opening words. Carla, welcome.
Thank you, Millie. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the 9th International Seminar delving into the use of technology in the ELF classroom. I'm delighted to see so many educators from around the world here today. As you know, technology is changing the way we live and work, and is also having a major impact on education. EFL teachers are now using a wide range of technologies to enhance their teaching and to help their students learn more effectively. In this seminar, we will be exploring a variety of ways to use technology in the EFL classroom. We will be hearing from experts on AI, gamification, virtual reality, and other technologies that can be used to enhance students' communicative skills, literacy, and critical thinking skills. We will hear from experts who are using these technologies in their own classrooms. They will share their insights and best practices on how to use technology to improve the teaching and learning process. I believe that technology has the potential to change EFL education. It can make learning more engaging, interactive, and personalized. However, it is important to remember that technology is just a tool. The most effective way to use technology in the classroom is to integrate it into a sound pedagogical approach. I'm confident that this seminar will be a valuable learning experience for all of us. I would like to challenge each of you to think about how you can use technology to transform your teaching and learning practices. Let us work together to create a future where all EFL students have the opportunity to succeed in a globalized world. Thank you for your time, and I wish you a productive seminar. Good morning.
Thank you, Mrs. Carla, for your speech. Thank you so much. Now it's time to start our plenary, and let me introduce our first presentation. This plenary is called Globally Engaging Students with Multinational Perspectives Using Virtual and Augmented Realities by Hassan Iqbal. As it has been experienced, the learning in different environments and methods between traditional and occasionally innovative, but the outcomes of learning have never been achieved successfully, considering the students' individuality, global citizenship, and connectivity with the real life. Pre-pandemic, during COVID-19, and post-pandemic phases in school education disclosed the true realities of traditional thinking and practices in the classroom, and lack of connectivity and engagement with the essential technological tools and solutions. It's not possible to distance our students' learning design from future challenges and futurology, which thus demand technological ideology to get engaged. Master in Philosophy and Sciences of Religions and Cultures from Jamia Ashrafia, Pakistan. Worked as a language teacher of Urdu, Punjabi, Arabic, and English for more than 10 years. International Curriculum Director of Paradise International College from the past 13 years. Center Exam Manager of Best English Center, an authorized Cambridge Assessment English Center for 9 years. Advisor to private schools in bilingual and pedagogical strategies for 4 years. British Council external consultant for schools in the past 2 months. Mr. Iqbal has been leading bilingual and international curriculum projects in Peru for the last 15 years. As well, he's helping students and families in career, counseling, entrepreneurship, as well since March 2020. He has conducted interviews with more than 600 families, parents, to help them in students' leadership skills building. Welcome, Mr. Hassan.
Thank you, Milagros. Thanks a lot, all of you. It has been a great pleasure to be here sharing with such tremendous multinational colleagues from everywhere in the world. Okay. Hey, good morning, everyone. And for the countries where we have different timing, good afternoon or good evening. In reality, this general theme of the conference has been an amazing idea to launch it at this time when artificial intelligence is transforming the societies and evolving every single day by synchronizing and synthesizing in different parts of the society and in different scenarios and aspects of entrepreneurship. I am very lucky to talk about this topic because I have been working on these issues for last 4 to 5 years, got kind of experiences before pandemic, and were naturally emerging and switching to the technologies by compulsion or obligation of unfortunate incident of pandemic, unlucky incident of pandemic. Everyone switched to technology, everyone switched to screen and internet connection. So my presentation in general has to see the scenarios of learning and teaching throughout the human history before pandemic, during pandemic, and post-pandemic situations, and how to create an outcome of student-centered ideology to achieve future goals of future sustainability of learning. As the topic is mentioned here, globally engaging students with multinational perspectives using virtual and augmented realities. In today's interconnected world, it is crucial to engage students within multinational perspective, explore how virtual and augmented realities can provide an immersive educational experiences. We have 3 scenarios in our minds once we experienced 3 different situations in our lives, especially this generation. We experienced a kind of classrooms and schools before pandemic. We have seen school and curriculum based learning or school and curriculum based teaching, where we have seen the curriculums and the patterns are designed based on school own themes and methodologies. and based on state curriculum or particular organizational curriculum. And then everyone switched between these 2 years to online home learning method of learning for being at home and for pandemic. And the third idea is the idea that human being used to practice years ago, many, many years ago, where we have seen one-to-one teaching and learning always happened. And also we have seen that people used to travel to learn something new, something different, as the availability of knowledge and skills learning and teachers and teaching was not available everywhere in every place. So experiential outdoor schooling always have been a successful experience in human history. So we'll talk about it later and how to connect it with the augmented reality and virtual reality. So just showing the images, as you can see on images, I am requesting all of you, if once you have any issue with my voice, Milagros or Carla, let me know so I can make any correction of internet or something here, please.
Everything's okay, Hassan.
Thank you, thank you. So we see here an image of previous, before pandemic, during pandemic, and after pandemic, how we need to switch in future. If we talk about our realities of traditional pathway or always face-to-face learning, so we can see that we've been encircled with limited perspective and circumstances. Why do I say that limited perspective and circumstances? Because four walls being a boundary for the classroom and teacher and learner always does limit you to approach further perspectives, new perspectives, multiple perspectives, or beyond the borders perspectives. So student just here to teacher, teacher just here to student, and engagement between two people is very much limited about the personal citizenship or personal perspectives, where even local and national perspectives sharing and engagement is absent. And obviously global perspective is totally absent. So these classrooms, old-fashioned classroom, old-fashioned schooling always have been less productive in our societies. Something we can take advantage from old-fashioned to global leadership. Some schools always have practice, once they have come out of their bubbles and come out of the box, and they try to set themselves towards global leadership programs like Model of United Nations, like incursions, like visiting societies. So we can see in a traditional setup, it is ignored the presence of leadership skills. It is ignored the lack of deep human concerns. It is ignored as well the lack of practice of thinking skills, because thinking skills is bounded and limited and has the boundaries of very personal perspective or school perspective situation, and restriction to the natural evolution, like a growth of intelligence. For example, how human being or a student's natural evolution of intelligence happen, and how is this growth start growing when it has the natural global citizenship environment, which is absent totally in traditional schooling environment. So it is the journey to global leadership in students. During pandemic years, everyone switched to a screen, and once everyone have been to a screen, we tried to engage between the stakeholders. Among the stakeholders, we always knew them, we always experienced them, like same school teachers and students. Very few schools in the world thought about engaging with the students of other cultures and countries and backgrounds, or other schools from the same from the national reality, or from the regional communities. So it did not change much. It did not change in extraordinary senses, as we can see that the screen sharing and students engaging through screen did not make any difference between being in a school and coming to see each other through screen. It has been minor difference, or minorly changed. Then the idea here, what I, after viewing situations, after exploring practices all over the world, after having interviews with families and schools and students, I came to understand this is the moment for turning, this is a particular turning point, and this is a moment for an extraordinary change in a learning environment or learning world, where it is very essential for mindset of the students who are naturally or thoroughly thinking to be global citizens to connect to the world through digital literacy. It has been a very essential, vital turning point. So in my practices, being a director of the school, we started working with more than 5 schools between Brazil, Pakistan, USA, Mexico, and one African country. It allowed us to know the realities and possibilities of engagement between multicultural and multinational and multi-background perspectives. So we knew the perspectives which we were always dreaming, because it was only possible before pandemic by traveling from place to place, which always have been very costly and expensive. And something else which we, and as educators and learners, should think, if we have been before pandemic in the classrooms in 4 wall boundaries, and we experienced interconnectivity or interconnection or connection to the world during pandemic, as my experience I am quoting to you, then why we should go back to the classrooms? Getting back to the classroom, it is not the idea that we needed to go through or we needed to continue with. So idea came to my mind, and I started working the teachers and other stakeholders in the community where I've been leading some institutes, to come out of the 4 walls of school and 4 walls of the classroom, and going and adapting the society, the city, the country, being your laboratory, your lab of working, being an experiential sport place for you to educate and learn through hands-on practice, and learn through direct experiences of real active learning by experiencing with all your senses the learning outcomes. So it gave us the ideology of entrepreneurship, vocational orientation, research with primary resources, local and national perspective, shared intellectual property of global community. I will explain this point with augmented reality and virtual reality. This is the last point, students and teachers. So the proposal here, which had to transform the schools and communities and educations and educators, have been reimagining, redesigning, and reshaping for the approaches of future student-centered ideology to transform the schools, to build future schools, and to build leadership awakening them. So proposal was reimagining, redesigning, and reshaping, and outcome was total transformation, total futurology of schools, and total leadership awakening. So our new ideology after these practices and experiences have been thinking school campus being a reference, like a place where we get together, and from that place we depart for all tasks and assignments. And we thought to synchronize to the world by having networked learning. Here we thought, we came to know we need virtual reality and augmented reality, because we had teachers from more than 10 countries who engage with our students by teaching them. We had students from different parts of the world, and part of the practical education or part of the experiential education from different localities and realities needed to transmit, needed to transfer, needed to share through any technological instrument. And there have not been the best technological instrument than virtual reality and augmented reality, because by using virtual reality and augmented reality, you can share Machu Picchu experience, Cusco experience to the people of Pakistan, to the people of Saudi Arabia, to the people of Africa, to the people of England, to anywhere and any community anywhere in the world. So it is the idea of opening borders and doors for learning of students, completely opening borders. So we started sharing this experience, and this experience gave us a great ideology, an extraordinary ideology in this, to work together with different stakeholders in the world. And even we contacted some schools in USA who already have started working on virtual reality and augmented reality in schools. So it was a turning point. It was a very crucial moment where we did understand the importance of virtual reality and augmented reality. Pre-pandemic education and the impact of COVID-19. Before the pandemic, traditional classrooms were the norm. However, COVID-19 forced a shift to remote learning, highlighting the importance of digital tools and online platforms. Teachers and students had to adapt to new modes of instruction, leading to innovative approaches and reimagining of education. So before pandemic, we had a reality, and after pandemic, we started switching to different reality. And visible learning. Some of you, some colleagues already probably have learned or read John Hattie books about visible learning and how visible learning approaches could be achieved by different research methods and strategies. So visible learning, the indoor school building classroom provides a structured environment where students can focus and engage in deep learning. It offers opportunities for collaboration, critical thinking, and hands-on practice that enhance students' productivity and understanding. But the real aspects of visible learning could be achieved once we open our dimensions and horizons, going beyond classrooms to exploring or thinking the city as a classroom. By utilizing the city as a classroom, students have the opportunity to apply their knowledge to the real world context. Field studies foster critical thinking, problem solving, and cultural awareness, and enhancing visible learning productivity. And it applies to ESL, English as a second language, or EFL, English as a foreign language, or EFL, English as a first language, or to any method for anyone, anywhere in the world. It applies for everyone. Kind of comparison, if we go through between comparing visible learning productivity with no technology. Classrooms without technology can hinder students' learning by limiting access to current information, interactive experiences, personalized learning, and essential 21st century skills. Technology also fosters collaboration, inclusivity, and environmental sustainability while promoting motivation and curiosity in education. But if we go to total technology through virtual and augmented reality, which is not a traditional technology, which is not a traditional IT. So technologies such as virtual reality and augmented reality can enhance visible learning productivity by emerging students in interactive and immersive experiences. Virtual reality and AR provide opportunities for simulations, virtual field trips, and hands-on exploration, which deepen understanding and engagement of the students in learning. So what do they learn, or how do they enhance the achievement through global engagement? Language learning. Engaging students globally can help them learn new languages and improve their communication skills through virtual reality, cross-cultural collaboration, because once you engage through this tool, you turn on, or you enlighten, or you create or design new focal points of new communities and your community, and technological tools which are essentially and completely useful to engage both of you with local contexts and local fields and local experiential education context, which is very important to know for each of you. Cultural awareness is the importance of globally engaging students, cultural awareness, real world relevance, and expanded world view. Developing students' understanding of different cultures foster empathy in them, tolerance in them, and global citizenship, which is very essential for nowadays. Connecting students with diverse perspectives prepares them for future success in a globalized workforce. Expanded worldview, exposing students to multinational perspectives broadens their horizons and promote critical thinking. So virtual reality is an immersive experience, enhanced engagement, authentic simulations, and augmented reality is interactive learning, real-time feedback, and enriched classroom. So each one of them has its own advantages and benefits. Let's watch some videos of virtual field trip. I think you guys let me know if it is sharing the new screen of video or not. Is it sharing? Is it sharing the same screen or new screen?
No, not yet.
Not yet.
Okay, so I will share it again. And please let me confirm also if it is sharing the sound.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
If you like the idea of travel and exploration, but would rather do it from the comfort of your own home, these virtual reality apps might be your perfect weekend getaway. Whether it's climbing Mount Everest or diving deep beneath the ocean, this futuristic way to travel will take you where few have gone before. Google's Earth VR is exactly what it sounds like. Google Earth, but in a virtual reality headset. It takes all of the data from Earth, which is 3D models of a large portion of Earth's surface, and puts it in an interactive experience that lets you choose any location you'd like to explore. It's now available on the Vive and Oculus, plus comes with the added bonus of a bird's eye view. Unless you're currently under the age of 10, you're likely not going to ever set foot on Mars. In partnership with NASA, Fusion Media Group has designed this app that lets you breathe in panoramic views of the Martian surface. You can wander around the landscape, gaze at Martian skies, drive a rover, and even plant a flag. An approximation of what it might be like when, and if, humans set foot on the red planet. The images are accurately mapped and modeled using NASA's satellite data of the planet. If you're the kind of person who likes to visit museums and galleries on a trip, Boulevard brings a whole collection of museums and art galleries to you. The company partnered with leading museums and cultural sites in an effort to create a VR experience that is also educational. Best of all, it's currently free, and the company encourages people to use it as a teaching tool in classrooms. If you've always wondered what getting to the top of Mount Everest feels like, this app will get you there with its high-fidelity first-person experience. You begin by preparing for your expedition at the base camp, traverse through the Khumbu icefall, and finally reach the summit where you can activate something called a God mode that offers a unique vantage point of the Himalayas. Everest VR is an award-winning experience that's emotionally moving and fun. Aren't scuba certified but always wanted to see what lies at the bottom of the ocean? Check out The Blue, created by Viver Studios. It transports you into a gorgeous underwater experience where you'll come face to face with the largest creature on the planet, the blue whale. These aren't the only apps that let you feed the travel bug. As VR technology advances, app developers are working around the clock to make better and more immersive VR experiences every day. So put on that headset and go explore.
Hassan, your audio. Can't hear you.
It's the latest
Can you hear me?
highlights and digital exclusives.
One second, let me switch off the other YouTube video.
Okay,
So-
no problem.
So with this video, you did experience or understood that why virtual reality is part of learning for future. So it is automatically explaining us. Now we have another video where we can understand that why subject-based learning or learning in general, learning languages or learning anything would be possible by using virtual reality. So we have another video of 1 minute where we will see of a collaborative virtual project by using these technologies. Then we have also subject-based learning, subject-based video. So I am going to share 1 second, please.
Videos featuring real humans who speak anything you type. It is
what's happening?
Workrooms changes the way you work, helping everyone get real work done in the same room from anywhere.
In this video, can you hear me? Yeah. In this video, you have seen through avatars how globally you can engage with students and teachers from all over the world using this technology, using avatars images to share the project, to share the knowledge. It is actually the concept of building global connectivity for students and teachers. So this is very strong project, building global connectivity. I will repeat, building global connectivity for students and teachers all over the world through this technology. As well, we will see another video, but let you know something. We don't have any single country in the world where we can find the whole intellectual property of learning and teaching for humanity. So global connectivity and having the concept of shared intellectual property is the need of this moment, need of this time. And this need should be fulfilled by using these technologies. Now we will use another video, very short one, about another aspect of virtual reality, where you can see another example.
Volcano. 3, 2, 1. All right, who wants to see a volcano? 3, 2, 1. Look at that lava, look at that smoke coming out of that.
Pretend you're an airplane and fly over the tornado.
That's the top of it. What do you see?
It's either asteroids, meteorites.
We're learning about DNA and genes, things that we can't see. And so the most exciting thing for me with the AR technology was that I could see kids get an aha moment that I couldn't get by just telling them about it.
The minute I saw it pop up on the screen, it made me want to get up and walk to it.
We actually get to turn around and look at things from all angles, so it gave us a nice perspective.
See if you can figure out what that might be based on what you know about the respiratory system.
I got to see where the alveoli branched off, and I could look inside them and see how everything worked, which I never saw before, and it was really, really cool.
Hassan, please, your audio. We can't hear it too.
Okay. We have another video for you about learning another course through this technology. So I am going to share the video. So as we have checked benefits of virtual reality, what we have seen also in the videos, enhanced visualization, improved education quality, collaborative learning, global outreach, as well better students appraisal, improved the research for the students. And if we see the challenges of VR and AR, hardware limitations, storing and managing data, And we see that first there are like some challenges which are in general implementation, lack of knowledge, safety, and reliability. And then we see limited number of the highly skilled personnel needed, varying levels of sophistication, immersive environment pose safety issues, extensive training is required, imperative that model is done correctly first time round, keeping virtual model up to date with the field changes. But these are not the challenges which are impossible to overcome them. They are possible to overcome them very easily if you are devoted to work on them and completely dedicated to overcome them. So we have training and support for teachers idea in it, and evaluating and assessing students engagement. So it's the device management, secure application access, enterprise remote VR and AR capability, and content and integration, like content integration and how to customize content. The conclusion is here, through the power of virtual and augmented realities, we can unlock new dimensions of global engagement in student-centered learning. It is very important, this point, global engagement in student-centered learning. Let's embrace these technologies and empower our students to thrive in an interconnected world. So this is all about my presentation. I will say, you guys, the idea came after having three kind of experiences: before pandemic, during pandemic, and post-pandemic, and seeing the possibilities and seeing the challenges and seeing if a human being can adapt and take advantage of further and extraordinary opportunities what we not ever have taken before. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Hassan, for this such interesting presentation. And actually, we have some questions. Yes. The first one is that we know that you are leading some projects or curriculum here in Peru, right? Some educational projects in Peru. And the question is, how close, well, do you think, in your opinion, are Peruvians to use and apply this kind of technology in our classrooms nowadays?
Thank you. Thank you very much. This is very interesting question and vital question to ask in this moment, because I will tell that on 22nd November, I am going to present a research paper, a research presentation in Japan. My presentation has been chosen by Scopus and Asian Conference of Education and IA4 platform, which is international forum of research. So in Japan as well, I am going to talk about the same challenges what Peruvian society is having with this adaptation. And I would say the main challenge here is cultural. Culturally, we are not ready, or culturally we have certain phobias where we get afraid, or we get afraid of failures before we measure them. So we measure them, and we start frightening ourselves by the failures. So it's a first challenge. And second challenge, that our stakeholders, where we have also our authorities, and we also have main stakeholders who are running either schools or organizations, they have very bureaucratic environment which does not allow us to adapt these realities.
Well, thanks a lot, Hassan, for your answer. And we know that many teachers here, especially in Peru, are reluctant to use these kind of technology in their classrooms, but they must be aware about all the benefits it has for our students' learning, right?
Yes, obviously.
Okay, thank you so much, Hassan. Thank you a lot. Now,
Thank you.
let's continue with our first workshop. Yep. So, this workshop is called Getting the Most Out of Artificial Intelligence by Harold Guzman. With the incorporation of computing devices in our classrooms, one of the biggest issues that arises is tackling students' malpractices in classes due to the artificial intelligence overuse, causing us teachers to ban or even satanize it instead of getting the most out of that handful resource. I'm going to focus on ensuring educators' expertise on how to take advantage of AI to enhance our classes while planning and applying a lesson or to overcome a mental block. Mr. Guzman has more than 10 years of experience in teaching English at different levels. Bachelor's degree in language education. He's a Mensut, speaking examiner for Cambridge University. Holds the certificates of C1 Advanced, DKT, and TKTYL, and a diploma on learning to talk by talking by Harvard Graduate School of Education. Cambridge exam trainer and IB English teacher for San Agustin School and exam trainer for English Tower, Cambridge Preparation Center. Former teacher for Algarrobos School and IBNA, former head of the English department at Algarrobos School. He's currently specializing his work on teaching youth, applying ICT tools, and gamifying English classrooms. Mr. Harold Guzman, welcome to this academic event.
Thank you so much, and thanks all of you for attending to this amazing seminar. I hope you learned a lot from me and from all of the speakers. Remember that if you have a question, you can use the chat, okay, the Zoom chat. And if you're on YouTube, you can ask as well. Okay, let's start with my presentation. Okay, nice. Before we start, we know that sometimes we are afraid of using new technology in our classrooms, right? Sometimes we don't know if we could, let's say, use it or avoid it or even ban it from our classrooms. Sometimes when we see a student using it or trying to, let's say, cheat when we ask questions, sometimes we don't know what to do, right? Please use the chat and tell me, what do you usually do when you see those kind of cases in which students try to use, for example, ChatGPT, which is now famous and used around the world? What do you do in those cases? Please use the chat and tell me. Okay. You say like, hey, don't do that. Don't ask the chat. Don't ask the artificial intelligence. Use your brain or what? Or you encourage them to use them. What do you do? Please tell me in the chat. Code.com. Interesting. Just as a reference. Nice. Okay. Who else? Who else can share? Use your own words. Oh, Maria Dominic. Interesting, right? To rephrase it. Alexander Thurkel says encourage not to use it to completely replace their thinking, but to argue, okay, argument against. You mean? That's right. So today, I want to ensure your expertise on how to take advantage of the artificial intelligence not to ban, not to say, hey, don't use it, but to use it in a different way. As for example, Mr. Thurkel says, as Dominique says, encourage them to use it when they are asked to do so only. Oh, that's when it's a clear instruction, right? Good, good, good. And also, I'm going to provide you with tips and some ideas which will ease your workload. Sometimes we have a lot of things to do and we don't know how to complete them. So here we go. Before we continue, there is a question we must always remember. What is the purpose of education? Why do we educate people? So please check your chat. There you have a link to this Padlet. Answer the question, please. Don't use artificial intelligence right now, okay? Try to say with your own words. Okay? What is the purpose of education? Why do we educate people? To do what they are taught to do? To think by their own with no restrictions? Or what? Let's take a minute, okay? Something simple. Just 20 words, 30 words. Don't write an essay, please. Okay. Okay, to contribute with the society. True. To have them face today's demanding globalized world. So true. Have two people. We educate children so that they will be better adults and have more opportunities. Adults and educate themselves for curiosity or for career, advancement. To give them tools to interact in society. To give them the best opportunities for the future so they can improve our world. And what I see in common so far, okay, it's that you talk about society, talk about advancement, globalized world, and we know that the artificial intelligence is now part of our world, part of our society. So again, the question, should we ban it from our classes? If that's part, it's like, I don't know, we have a new sport that it's becoming closer and closer to our students, and we say, hey, don't do that. It's bad. Poo-poo. I don't know, something like that. No, it's poop. Don't touch it. No, we don't do that. We teach them, right? We teach them how to use it or how to play that sport, probably. But we never ban it. We never satanize it. Or we shouldn't do it, at least. To prepare them so they can be ready for, you see, again, to make students develop useful abilities, like using searching engines, for example. To teach students to think hard, okay, good, and think critically, good. Their future, yeah, and you know that artificial intelligence is part of the future. So we can have a lot of purposes from our point of view, but that is what we have to remember always. Okay, always. We have something in the chat that says, learn to solve different kind of problems in their lives. Great. And we have more, right? Thank you, guys. It's amazing. So keep in mind that purpose and remember it in every class you teach. That is your purpose. So when you have a problem like a student using artificial intelligence, stop and ask, how can I get advantage of this opportunity? Instead of saying like, hey, don't do it. Something like, okay, you did it. Now, as one of you said, right? Oh, now tell me, the same thing with your own words, rephrase it. Or what did you understand from what you read? Or something like that, right? Okay, good. Thanks a lot. But of course, before we plan to teach how to use artificial intelligence, or before we implement artificial intelligence in our classes, we have to consider this. Students must be taught ethics to learn what is right, or to understand what is right and what is wrong. They know that using, for example, artificial intelligence for researching purposes is okay, but for cheating, it's not okay, right? Also, critical thinking. It's not just, what's your opinion about artificial intelligence, for example? And students use the AI and says, okay, tell me, ChatGPT, what is your opinion about it? Okay, perfect. Now you can go farther. Can you set examples? Have you done it? Why have you or why haven't you? But it's to encourage them to think critically about the information they read, and not only about that. I remember once I was trying to have some information about one of the chapters I read, Matilda, by Roald Dahl. And I remember I asked the artificial intelligence, can you give me a summary? Okay, because sometimes I don't want to read the whole chapter, even though it's very short. But I said, but for example, chapter 5, I think it was chapter 5, and the artificial intelligence gave me a summary. But I remember that was not the chapter, because it was not a topic. So it was wrong, or well, at least for me. So I had to read again. It means chapter 5, at least have a look at it. It says, hey, that is not wrong. That is not right. And I ask again the artificial intelligence, are you sure this is right? It's like conversating with a person. So that it's to remember students that artificial intelligence can make mistakes as well. So it's not only to ask something, but to confirm, to ensure that that information is right, is the correct one. How? By citing, asking for references or something like that. Supervision. Yeah, of course. Sometimes it can be incomplete, especially the last version, but I love it. You'll see why. Okay. Supervision. We always have to check what they're doing, and not just sitting down on a chair, or checking our phones while they're working with that. We have to monitor them. Also, to teach them responsible usage. It's not just, we know our students, and we know that if we give them a freedom in terms of AI use, they might be using it for wrong purposes. Like, for example, seeking for information about, let's be cruel, okay, suicide, how to harm oneself, tips for that. How can we do that? It's up to you. Okay. Students' regulations. Also, it's not only us, but the school's priority. Schools must have a regulation, something that tells students what is right and what is wrong. For example, in our school, we have this academic probity that says that if a teacher finds a student cheating, that students get a C. That is the lowest score in that grade. We call the student, we call the parents to tell them that what happened, and to have something else, it's not a punishment, but a very long conversation about it. Okay, so schools must implement those kind of regulations. And of course, we have to involve parents in this task, because it's not only for is not only our duty, but theirs, you know. Okay. After that, some tips and ideas on how to use artificial intelligence in our classes. You know that sometimes it's very tedious, exhausting, giving students 2 links, 3 links to read, or a worksheet to read, when they can find information faster and more immediate than that. You just ask a question to for example, ChatGPT, and the answer is just given. That simple, you know. It's like calculators. I remember that now teachers, math teachers, use calculators in the classes, but teachers didn't used to do that in the past, because calculators were satanized. You know, you have to think by your own. But now, in a globalized world, you know, that is not needed. We know that our engineers, for example, our architects, our scientists, don't start making those math complex problems with a pencil and a paper. They use calculators now. So why don't we teach our students to do so? Same with this. Yes, optimize time, of course. But we don't stop there. You know that when I ask a question to ChatGPT, I was amazed by the tons of answers that this engine can give. But then I ask, ChatGPT, tell me, what kind of questions cannot you answer? And one of them was personalized questions. For example, I asked about pollution. No? Okay. Describe the situation in Peru related to pollution, for example. Okay. Whole answer appears. And then I can ask, okay, now take it, or let's talk about locally. In your neighborhood, what is the situation like? And you know, ChatGPT doesn't know you. It doesn't know where you live, but we do, because we know our students. So, for example, if a student starts saying, "Well, yeah, in my neighborhood, we have a lot of garbage, I don't know, floating in the river, and that is causing bad etc." And we know, what the? But you don't have a river next to your house. What are you talking about? So that's how we find out if that student is actually doing some research or just asking an artificial intelligence, right? So that is one tip, okay? Okay, we can ask them, okay, ask ChatGPT what the situation is in Peru, in general. Now, take it locally. Something that ChatGPT couldn't know about you. That is a tip, okay? Next one. Oops, sorry, I forgot to. Also, we can use it to create pictures. Yeah, it would be crazy, right? If ChatGPT could answer a personal question. That's totally true. We are English teachers, right? And I'm pretty sure that all of you, at least once in your life, has asked a student to describe a picture, right? Look at this picture. Now describe it. You know how difficult it is to find a right picture to describe when we don't have like textbooks or something like that? You know, once I want my students to describe a couple of students talking on a bench in a park, you know, wearing school uniforms. And of course, I went to my searching engine. I described what I wanted, and this was the result. And you see, these are not students, not wearing school uniforms, nor this. You see, it was very hard to find what I want, what I really wanted. But with this I asked this artificial intelligence generator, make a photo of a girl and a boy talking on a bench in a park and blah, 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 blah. And I got this. Oh my God, much better. Of course, it's not perfect because remember that artificial intelligence can make mistakes as well, but compare these photos to the ones I got. That's the difference, right? I'm going to leave you the link in the chat, just in case you want to explore it. Okay, I used this one also, a lot, much better. You know that nowadays students tend to like this kind of art, you know, kawaii, what is the other one? Word, Japanese word, called cosplay, something like that. You see, so I can use it in my classes and I stop suffering for these pictures that are not very useful for my purpose. You see, I'm gonna leave the other one to the chat. Wait a minute. Nice. Okay. Now, I encourage you, use them. Come on, I encourage you to use them. Use them. Choose one of those two. Describe, or sorry, type what you would like to get. Think of a lesson you wanted to use a better picture, and do it. Come on, I'll give you 1 minute. And then use the chat to tell me your result. Did you like it? Didn't you like it? Come on. Give you 1 minute. Think about it. Remember to describe, okay, what you want. The more precise you are, the better results you get. Give 1 minute. Then tell me in the chat, what do you think? Could you use it? Could you implement this kind of artificial intelligence for your classes? Maybe you can teach students to do so when they prepare a presentation, you know, because they tend to forget that the presentation is not just text, slides, and text. They can use pictures and then explain. But of course, we have to train them. It's part of our duty. Okay, what do you think? Hope you're doing it. You're using those tools. I think one of them is premium, a premium one. So you have to pay, but we have free samples, which is good. We love free samples, of course. Okay, who wants to share? Do you like it? Do you think it is useful? Would it be useful for your classes to teach your students probably? Nobody? Oh my God. Come on, feel free to share. It would be amazing for the oral examination. Yeah, of course. The creativity, it's up to you. They give you the tool. Use it the way you want. Okay, let's continue with the next one. If you want to share, come on, keep using the chat, okay? It's all yours. What else do we have? Instant feedback. Of course, you know that one of the most tedious things we have to check is what? Is writing. especially those that teach higher levels, right? You know, B2, C1, if you teach Cambridge, 400 words minimum, and you have to check a lot, nightmare. 30 students, 60 students, 19 students, a lot, right? But you know that, for example, Cambridge, I created a polar bear protecting baby seals from the app. Oh my God. Did it work as you wanted? Really? Like it. This is what, oh, Andrea Sureno created. Nice. Love it. Love it. About the environment, yeah. Nice. You see? Be creative. This one, you know, I love this platform. This is Write and Improve. You can ask your students to complete the task there. Like, for example, I'm gonna go to, for example, if I go to 5th grade, you know, oops. For example, this, you know, read the following statements and write your personal response in about 250, 300 words. Write the same, blah, blah, blah. So students can go there, complete the task here, you see? And then they check their answer, and this platform gives them the feedback with corrections and explanations and the score. Then you can ask students to upload their work so you can have a second check probably, or to make sure that the students has worked. Creativity, up to you. I give you the tool. Of course, I'm not going to ask you to write right now 200 essay, a 200 word letter, but explore it. Okay, after the seminar, you can explore this tool. I love it, and even you can use it for practicing. For example, I got here, intermediate, and I have a task, and I can practice there. You don't want to prepare something, you can go here and choose one of the tasks. Then just copy to your workbook and send students to do it. That's it. You see? Not complicated. What else do we have? A personal teacher. We can teach students how to use the artificial intelligence to solve their questions. Probably at home, or something they didn't understand in class. Don't be jealous. Sometimes artificial intelligence can be more precise than an explanation you might have given in the classroom. How? I'm gonna go to my favorite AI. For example, I open a new task, a new conversation, and I don't know. And I can, me as a student, I can say, why, for example, why can't I say I is, but I am. And I have explanation, you see? Lies in the correct use of grammar. I is a singular noun and is the third person singular pronoun, blah, 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 blah. You see? So I can get some extra explanation if I didn't understand my teacher. Or even for you. You know that yesterday I was preparing a class, and I had a British teacher. I had a British teacher next to me, and I thought, how do you say, I forgot the question. My God. But it was something related to prepositions. If I had to use in or on, and it was at. None of the two. You see? But also, You can use it to ask students to solve their questions. Even for a motivation, I think. You're gonna start, okay, let's talk about pollution, for example. What questions should you, or do you have about it? And instead of asking you, because you might not know everything, you know, but you can ask the artificial intelligence to do so. Love it. Do you have a question so far? Remember, you can use the chat to ask questions. No questions? Okay. Let's go on then. This is my favorite. For planning. I'm not telling you to start using ChatGPT to plan all your lessons because that's impossible. But you know that sometimes we have mental blocks. We want to plan something, but nothing comes to your mind. Not even with relaxation, not even with a shot of tequila, nothing helps you think of something, you know, to come up with some ideas. So you can use a ChatGPT or any other artificial intelligence chat to help you to personalize text, for example. Let me show you an example, okay? Go here. Was it? No. This one, for example. I ask the chat, you are a 15-year-old student teacher. You want to talk about migration and its causes. Create a 35 lesson about migration for an English class at B2 level. In the plan, consider a 5-minute motivating game, then an opening question, the topic itself, and a task to investigate at home. So I describe what my lesson, what I need from my lesson. See? And the chat does the magic. See, materials, whiteboard. Introduction, 5 minutes. Remember they asked for a 5-minute game? Okay. Two truth and a lie. It's an icebreaker, probably. Just to wake students up. Then the opening questions. After the game, transition into the lesson by asking an opening question. Have you or someone you know ever moved to a different city or country? And and you continue with the lesson. And there you have your lesson. Ah, Harold, I don't like that lesson. That is too teacher-centered. I need a student-centered lesson. Okay. Could you replan it to make it a student-centered lesson? Okay. And it changes a bit. You see? So there you have it. That's how you can overcome a mental block. Oh my God, I don't want to use this exactly as it is, but I can take some ideas. You know, I like this idea. I like the question, so I'm going to use it in my class. Why not? Sometimes, you know, it is stressful, even painful, when you cannot think of a right lesson, a fun lesson even. You see? Like that a lot. A lot. I'll give you 1 minute. Think of a lesson you'd like to have, okay? And describe it. The more precise you are, the better results you get. 1 minute. Please open your artificial intelligence of your preference and go ahead. Ask for a lesson. And then tell me in the chat your result. Yeah, you know, but don't do it. Don't always do it, okay? Just self-control features. It's just for some ideas, not for every class. Now we know your secret. Sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah, you know, at the end of the year, accurate results. You see? Come on, it's November. We are tired, but always passionate. And we want our students to always learn. So we have to look for any idea that can come to our minds and get advantage of it. We have it. Can it be useful when it comes to create exams? Oh, aha. Aha. What do you think, Israel? Could we? That is the next part. Quiz maker. Probably yes, to create a strategy. Yeah. Exams, really? Let's see. Another thing that it's really complicated is to find the right text at the right level for our students. I'm talking about pollution, for example. I want a text that talked about pollution in English, but at P2 level, for example, because all the text I find is like C2, complex words that I don't even know, with a grammar that it's very difficult even for me, right? So what do we do? Again, you see, create a 300-word text about pollution in Peru for 2-year-old students at B1 level. And the artificial intelligence does the magic. Peru is a beautiful country with stunning landscapes from the towering Andes to blah, blah, blah. Don't forget, then you have to make sure that the information is true. That is your duty, but at least you have the text. You see? I have the test, the text. There. Okay, perfect. Now what I want is to create a test. Okay, make a quiz with 4 true-false questions and 3 comprehension questions. Your purpose is to assess inference. Maybe you can say obtain information or infer information, something. So quiz. And there you have the questions and the answers. Your duty to check that that's right. But at least you have the information. You see? Okay, Harold. But you know, in my previous class, I talked about llamas. I talked about alpacas. No, sorry, that is pollution, right? I talked about the air contamination, water contamination. So you're gonna good. For example, in the text, say in the text, could you include the following vocabulary? Come on, give me ideas. Give me ideas. Use the chat. Give me ideas. What kind of vocabulary can I use in a text that talks about pollution in Peru? Come on. Give me ideas. Use the chat. I'm not alone. Hard to think, right? Yeah. Let's talk about litter. Littering. The most polluted place. Okay. The most polluted place in Peru. Yeah. Recycle. Okay. Let's say recycle. What else? And blah, blah, blah. Yeah. You see? One of the big pollution issues in Peru is the air pollution that happens in Lula. Water pollution, rivers. Can we find it? Plastic pollution, but there's hope. Do you have the word? What is it? I don't know. Say, recycle. It must be over there, you know? But you have the results. Is it there? Cannot. Oh, here. Okay, here. In fact, Lima is known as the one of the most polluted places in Peru. Gosh. So we have it. And we have the test. You see? So there you have the tool. Now use it for you. Can anyone send me the link of that site? Modifiers, yeah. Have the link. That's it. You see? So test maker. Proofread or adapt. Harold, that text is too complicated. It's too complex for my students. You know that I have another class, but with lower level. You know that B2 is too advanced for them. Could I adapt it? Okay. Let's adapt the text, the text, yeah, to an A2 English level class. And there you have it. Fantastic places with many fantastic places to visit, like the Andes Mountains and the Amazon rainforest. But, okay, we have, but just like in other parts, you see, it's easier than the previous one, right? That says stunning landscape, stunning. What is that? At A2 level, now we have now fantastic places, right? Same text, different vocabulary. You see? So use it. You have it. Okay? You can do so. You can do it. And a lifesaver. Definitely. In those moments in which you cannot think of something or you need a specific text about something, you know. Another thing we have to consider, we have everything beautiful, you know, but another thing we have to consider is that not every student in our class learn at the same pace or at the same way, same manner. Sometimes we have students with different needs. And we know that. You see? So what should we do there? Okay, I go to, again, migration. What is my lesson plan? I lost it. Okay, for example, remember my lesson plan? I planned my lesson. And now, okay, in my class, for example, in my class, I have a student with hearing loss. Could you adapt the lesson for him, for example? And I have it, you know, a lesson for him. What is it? Here. Start with visually engaging, introducing, using images or infographics related to migration. Project these images on the screen. So again, we have into consideration those students with some special needs. You see? Maybe for lower teachers, I planned something, I remember, for dictation. And again, the artificial intelligence suggested something. Is it helpful for analyzing text or writings? Yeah, I've done it once. You know, I've done it once. See, provide written instructions for this introductory activity and blah, blah, blah. You see? Come on, I'll give you 1 minute. I guess you asked for a plan. Now adapt it. Think of one of the students you have that have some special needs and adapt it. Give you 1 minute. Come on, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. And even the ChatGPT reminds you to to ensure that the students with hearing loss can fully participate and engage in the learning process by providing visual and written support. See? Tell it to correct the text. Yeah, I did it. Also, to proofread. Can be used as proofreading as well. You have the tool. Your duty, be creative. Try. Why not? Ask whatever you want. Sometimes it can be possible, sometimes not. Of course, we cannot trust it blindly. Never. Not even in books. Sometimes even books lie, especially those given by the government. You know that. Yeah. Remember the English books that the government gave us? Yeah. You see? Have you done it? Please, share in the chat. What do you think? Did it work? Could you get the results you wanted? I did. Says Pulache. Nice. You see? Sometimes ChatGPT is going to give you ideas, but remember that it doesn't make any material, not worksheets, nor PowerPoint, but you can do this, In the plan, for example, you mentioned a handout. What information should it include? Marvelous. Let's see. The handout should contain information related to the task and scenarios that students will be working on. And here's a title. Give the handout a clear title such as migration factors and areas. Instructions. Provide clear and conscious instructions at the beginning. Choose one scenario from the list below, and you have the worksheet. You see? You just copy and paste. Set the format. And voila. There you have your worksheet. Come on, you have to work as well. Duty. Remember, that's your duty. You see? Oh my God, okay. Think of, for example, Google presentation. Check. Can you give me a Google presentation for my class? Check the answer. Check the answer. I'm unable to create a Google presentation directly, of course, but it gives you the idea. Come on, you have to work. Remember that my title of my presentation is to ease your workload, not to give you everything. Okay, so that's your work. What do you think? Useful? Of course it is. Just, can we know a student use this technology to do writings? It depends. You know that what we used to do is not to ask a very open question, like write an essay about the, I don't know, the situation in Peru related to politics, for example. That answer can be, I don't know, made by any artificial intelligence. But you have to remind the students that an opinion must be there and a supporting detail. And that very difficult that an artificial intelligence can provide it. I have something here. See, Maria Dominique heard something. You see? Beautiful, isn't it? Do you have a question? Because we are at the end of this of my workshop. Tons of questions.
Yes, Mr. Guzman, congratulations for your presentation. Can we adapt material in other languages different to English? For example, French or Portuguese?
As long as you type all the text, because remember that you cannot upload any material, but again, translate the text you provided. I don't know, translate it to French. No. I mean, text about pollution. No, sorry, this was not a pollution, right? That was another thing. That's why, sorry. But it translated the lesson plan. You see? Let's go to the text. Nice, here. Okay, translate the text to French. Et voila.
Okay.
But of course, you have to type the text.
Thank you. I have another question. Sorry, before
Tell me.
Somebody else asked. Sorry. How can we create rubrics or checklists?
Remember that ChatGPT cannot make these kind of materials, just gives you ideas. Then you have to put the ideas into, I don't know, the format you want. Miss Robles.
Yes, Harold. I want to know, like, do you think AI will eliminate the need for human creativity and critical thinking in the future?
Definitely never. No, it's maybe the artificial intelligence is gonna get more intelligent, if we can say that. But the ones that makes it work is us. I mean, the artificial intelligence is not going to give you any idea if you don't provide the instructions. Check this. Create, for example, a lesson plan about pollution. But you know that it's me, the one that set the specific details. How? Because of my thinking, my creativity. I can ask, for example, for a game, for a song that it's gonna give you, but it's us, the ones that make the artificial intelligence work. It doesn't work like.
And does it work with kids too, like in kindergarten and stuff like that?
Let's give it a try. Let's give it a try. Why not? Let's say, tell me a topic.
I don't know, shapes.
Shapes. Create a lesson about shapes for let's say, tell me the age.
4-year-olds.
Okay, for
kindergarten, I don't know.
Year-old students. Let's say, include what? Include a game? I love games.
Yes, games and songs.
Games. Include a game and a well-known song. Oh. Begin with a simple greeting and brief discussion about shapes. Show the children the cards, cutouts for basic shapes. If anyone can name them, explain them. See, spread out the. What about the game? What is the song? Games. Have the children sit in circle. Explain that you'll play a game. Pass the shape. Start with a soft ball and play the music, a fun music track while the music battle. Okay. Holding the ball must identify the shape closest to them on the floor. Good. Right. Oh, here you have the song.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. Nice. Amazing. Okay. Thank you so much. That's it for me. I hope you enjoyed this lesson and learned at least a bit. Remember,
It was, hello.
Sorry?
Sorry, Mr. Guzman.
Oh, okay, no problem. Okay, the world is changing and artificial intelligence is becoming part of that change. Do not fear and befriend it. Remember that who dares to teach must never cease to learn. And that is our duty. Okay? Take advantages of the easy research that students can make. You can get the pictures you wanted, immediate feedback, personalized tutoring for students, planner maker, personalization, and the rest is up to you. I gave you the basics. Now explore them. Okay? Thanks, and see you in the future.
It was such a useful presentation with lots of information. Thanks, Mr. Guzman.
Thank
Time
you.
to continue with the second workshop. Fostering our students' soft skills by playing games in class by Milagros Olivo. When education is boring, there is no engagement happening. Essentially, no learning happens, and one of the reasons for using games in class is to increase our students' engagement and motivate them to take part in their learning process actively. There are countless skills that students can develop through game playing, such as critical thinking skills, creativity, and teamwork. During this workshop, Ms. Olivo will be sharing some resources and strategies which can be used in our daily teaching practice in order to make our lessons much more interactive and meaningful. Ms. Olivo holds a degree in education from Universidad Nacional Pedro Ruiz Gallo, holds the Cambridge First Certificate in English, the Certificate of English Language Proficiency of Michigan University, a Certificate of International English for Speakers of Other Languages of City and Guilds, teaching knowledge tests, a certificate on how to teach science from Dayton University, and a diploma in theoretical approaches and methods for teaching English as foreign language from Universidad de Piura. Ms. Olivo is a certified Google trainer with broad teaching experience in bilingual subjects such as ICT, science, personal social, and global perspectives as well. Currently, she works as academic advisor for the Foreign Languages Department at San Agustin School. Welcome, Milagros. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Ms. Gisela, for the introduction. Good morning, everyone. First of all, I would like to thank you for attending this academic seminar delving into the use of technology in the EFL classroom. Well, actually, this workshop has the main purpose, which is to promote learning through games and increase the knowledge that maybe you already have about applying different games, strategies, and useful resources in your daily teaching practice. Okay, so let me share my screen with you. I'd like to share my presentation. And please let me know if you can see it.
Yes, we can see it.
Okay, perfect. Very good. Now, I would like to share with you two important aims, two specific aims of this workshop. The first one is to show technological tools and resources which can help us as teachers improve both language proficiency and students' competences and skills. To explore, today we are going to explore several platforms to gamify our classes by using different tools to make students' learning fun. Okay, so I think it's highly important to start by reflecting. Yes, we are going to reflect on the methodologies we are using in our classrooms. Are you using the right methodology to make your students learn in a significant way? Are we innovating in our teaching practices? So, I would like to show you two pictures, okay? And we are going to look at them and tell me what do you think about these two types of classrooms? Hmm? How do you think students are learning in these two types of classrooms? I want to know your ideas, so please, I would like to invite you to use the chat room to type your ideas and share them with all of us. Yes? Okay, let me read. I want to read you. What do you think about these two classrooms? Okay. What do you think about these classes? The first picture and the second one. What do you think about them? Please write your ideas in the chat. Maybe, I don't know, Miss Gigi, can you help me with the comments that participants is typing in the chat room?
Of course, Millie. For example, here we have investigation and collaboration on the right-hand side. First
Perfect.
picture of boring class, boring versus enthusiastic class. First one is the traditional one. Second one is collaborative. They are good for comparison between the past and the present. Photos from real life. Main difference, they relying on technology to get students' outcome. Second one, students are really involved in learning.
Excellent. Thank you so much. They were such great ideas. And actually, you are totally right. In this first picture, you can see a very old methodology. Actually, this is a traditional classroom. This is the way that maybe our grandparents, our parents, and maybe most of us were taught at school, right? This traditional classroom, the teacher is the center of the class, in which the students are not able to move, students are not able to do, interact with others, because in the past, this meant misbehavior. And that's why the students are working individually, right? In this picture, in the first picture. And if we look at the second one, there is a main difference. The student is the center of the class and the use of technology in this classroom. Students are doing, students are interacting with others, students are moving, they are using different tools, technological tools, applying different strategies, and developing skills which let them build their own learning, right? And there is a big question. The big question, my dear participants, is how about you? How are you working with your students? How are your students learning in your classes? What type of methodology are you using and applying in your classrooms? Okay, so I want to know and I want you to answer this question. How are you making your students learn and have fun at the same time? Okay, so I'm going to share with you a link. This is a Mentimeter board, okay? I'm sharing the link with you in the chat room. Please let me know if you can open this web page properly. Yes? I'm sharing the link with you. Yes, and I'm gonna share the Mentimeter board. Please think about that question and answer it in the Mentimeter board. Okay, let's see. I'm waiting for your responses. How are you making your students learn and have fun at the same time? Okay, using a variety of resources and activities during class. Okay, perfect, very good. Games, perfect. Okay, games. Yeah, we can use games, not always using technology, right? We can do different games with our students. But creating interactive activities using an attractive context for them, yes. Students need to be inspired, okay? And we, most of us, I think, we are working based on communicative approach based on different contexts, right? According to the children's levels. Very good by doing different activities, giving the new information, pledging virtual and, okay, presential games, singing to keep their interests, okay, using interactive websites, games, roles, flashcards. Oh, quizzes. Very nice. But using Kahoot, quizzes, Psalms. Okay, perfect. By letting them investigate using resources, by using resources which can be interesting for them. Games, role plays, videos, Kahoot. Okay, perfect. Very good, excellent. I'm going to stop sharing this board and let's go back to the presentation. Yes? Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for sharing. Yes? So, actually, there are many benefits. Okay, there are many benefits when we applied or when we play games with our students, right? And I would like to share with you some of these benefits. Research has shown that there are different advantages or benefits, as I said before, when playing games in our classrooms. Here I would like to share some of them. Yes, the first one is that students are the center of the class. The second benefit is that students are moving. As I said before, they are interacting with others. Number three, the use of games allows students to fail, overcome, and persevere. Okay? The number four, students have fun and develop technological skills. It creates a friendly competition between students and enhances our students' critical thinking too and problem solving skills. This is one of the most important, capacities we need to develop with our students. Okay, perfect. And my suggestion is that we must try to include at least one game a day in our classrooms. Okay, this could be like a learning or assessment strategy or as a classroom motivator. You will see that when your students are playing, they become more engaged in our classrooms in the lesson, and the class will be successful. Now, Okay, now, my friends, we are going to start the second part. The second part of this workshop, which is more practical. Yes? And let's start by pledging. Would you like to play? Yes? We are going to start by pledging, and I'm going to share with you a game. Yes? I'm sharing the link with you in the chat room. Mhm. Please click the link and start playing, okay? Start to play, come on. You let me know if you can play the game. Yes? Are you in? Perfect. Okay, I will stop sharing. Mhm. Okay, are you in, my friends? Are you playing the game? Yes, I want to hear it too. You can activate your microphones, turn on your microphones, please.
Yes.
Yes, Milagros, we are in the game.
Thank you so much. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you just to share how our students are gonna play this game. Yes, we join the lesson. And this game is called Time to Climb. Yes, Time to Climb is the activity. It's aimed at lower primary students, and this activity is focused on reading comprehension. Yes, in this part, in the first part, students have to choose one character. Yes, there are different animals. I will choose the panda bear. I join the Okay, and here there are some questions, 10 questions they need to answer. Because the activity in this game, students must race to the top of the mountain against the clock while answering multiple choice questions. Let's see, which animal is the tallest? I click giraffe and it says nice job. And you go on. Question number 2. Which of these animals is the heaviest? Now, 3 options there. A hippo, a bird, or a butterfly. Really easy, right? Here you can see the timing. Time is running. So students need to take this into account. Okay? Okay, perfect. Did you finish?
Not yet.
Not yet? Okay, one more minute just to finish the game. Okay, I will share my screen again. I will share the presentation with you. Okay, perfect. Did you like the game?
Yes.
Yes. And what competences do you think our students can develop by pledging?
Comparative.
What do you think, what competences do you think our students are going to reinforce or develop by playing this game? You can write it in the chat. You can use the chat room, my friends. Superlative set. Okay. What else? But let's talk about competences. Which competences are our students developing when pledging this type of kind of game? Reading, excellent. Thank you, Nidia. Reading comprehension, actually. Okay, and I could like to, I want you to explore this platform because Nearpod is a very friendly platform in which you can create different games and ludic activity to develop not only reading, but also writing and listening skills. I will show you the platform and let's explore it. Okay? Can you see the platform now? I'm sharing the platform with you. Can you see it?
Not
Yes,
yet.
we can. Yes, we
Perfect.
can see it, Nearpod.
Perfect.
Yes.
Thank you so much. Aha. This is the Nearpod platform. Okay. So here you can see this is my library. Yes, with all my lessons, the lessons that I have worked with my students. Okay. And just to create a new lesson or activity, you just have to click here, create. Yeah. And you have the options lesson, video, activity. Let's click here on the option lesson. Click lesson. Okay, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, perfect. Uh-huh. Give me a second. All right. Okay, and you will have three options of activities. Add content and activities, add quick slide, or upload your own files. Okay, let's click the first one. And here you can see that there are different activities to be created. Great. You can create presentations, slides, um, interactive pictures too. Here, interactive videos, web content, simulations. There's a field trip virtual, it's really interesting. And here we have the questionnaires and games, okay? Because in this workshop, we are looking for gamifying our classrooms. Here you have 6 interesting options to create activities or games. Quiz, okay? In this, students have to choose answers. Oh, sorry, they have to select answers. Draw it. In Draw it is very nice. I'm going to open this template because we can use Draw it for reinforcing or developing listening skills. Maybe your students can listen to an audio and they can represent what they are hearing or listening to by drawing, okay? Or maybe you can tell them instructions and they can draw them. Or they can write too. We can develop writing skills, okay? They can write here, you can see they can draw, or if they choose this box, the text box, they can write different, I don't know, sentences or words according to the activity you are doing with your students. Okay? You can reinforce writing or listening skills. For example, I am reading a book. Perfect. Yes, you can add pictures too. Maybe you want the student to look at a picture and write what a person is doing. Okay, so you can use this for reinforcing listening or writing. Yes, and here, my friends, you can add files, you can add audios. Okay, actually, you can record yourself in this platform. So your students are going to listen to you and they are going to do the listening activity by themselves. Yes? Okay? Perfect. I'm going to go back. Huh? I'm going to go back and I would like to share with you more activities that actually I've worked with my students. Something which is really interesting in this platform, yeah, let's go back, okay, again. Something which is really interesting is that you have two options, okay, here. This is my activity, for example. It says, participar en vivo is like students teacher space, okay? In teacher space, the teacher has the control of the activity, okay? The teacher has the control, but in student space, the student can go back, the students can go forward if necessary. And when you choose a student space, timing is not relevant because students are going to do the activity by themselves. For example, reading is a very interesting activity to work with nearpod because students can go back to the text, they can read again in order to answer a question. Okay, so here I would like to show you. You have teacher space and student space. Okay, and Millie, how about if I want to know our students' answers? Perfect. For example, you go here. This is a previous activity that I have done with my students. Okay, you have the option to see their answers, but also their progress. If you click here, see the progress. You are gonna be able to see your students. Okay, I'm going to switch. Yes, I'm going to stop sharing to switch for another activity. Okay, give me just 1 second. Okay, please go to the chat room because I'm sharing the link there. Yes, let me know if you can open it. Yes, can you open the activity? Can you open it? Yes.
Millie, which did you put the activity in the chat? Because
yes,
because I don't see any.
I'm afraid we can.
I shared with you a link.
The link?
This is another activity, okay? But I'm gonna share
Yes.
how
Yes,
you
please.
can see the students' progress. Yeah, pay attention. Okay, can you see my screen now? In my screen, I'm showing you the list of students. For example, Alex, Ana Maria, Andrea, Carmen Rosa, Clara Cumpa. Okay, here you are gonna be able to see all the list of students who have done this activity. Okay, and not only the list of the students, but also their answers. Yes, your answers. And if you want, for example, this is the time to climb. Here, I'm gonna see, yes, points. Yes, volume. You can see the points here. Nidia Martina was the first one. Excellent. Diseño, Gisela, here you can see points. But also, if you want a report, you can click here in the option menu. If you click menu, you will get a report. Yes, you click there and you can send this report to your email account. You click I agree and automatically this report will go to your email account. Yes, this is very, very interesting because not your students not only play the game in class, but you can see their progress and you will have a report of it. Yes? Okay. Very good. I'm going to stop sharing here. And I would like to share with you more activities in Nearpod. Yeah? This is another. Okay. In the chat room, you have another activity that I did with my students. Okay. And I'm sharing it with you. Okay. Perfect. Now let's go back to the presentation. Okay. And remember, Nearpod is a free platform. Okay. You don't have to pay anything because it's totally free. Yeah? Very good. And now let's go to another interesting and very friendly platform that I love it. Actually, this presentation has been created by using this platform, which is Genially. Okay, I don't know if you have ever used this platform. Yes, Genially is a great tool for interactive content creation. And you can create stunning presentations, games, interactive images, and quizzes. Okay, so I could like to share with you an activity that I did with my students, and they actually loved it. Yes, let me share with you this activity. Okay, this activity is called the House of Dragon. I'm sharing the link with you in the chat. Okay, look, this game is really nice because they have the challenge to answer different questions in order to collect some gems. Okay, and at the end of the game, they are going to kill a very big and dangerous dragon. Okay, so let's take a look. We start the game. Yes, thanks God you are here. I need your help. You have to collect the 4 gems to kill the red dragon, which is destroying our time. So students, click there. Help us. Only one person can do it. Students can say, oof, no, I'm sorry, or yes, let's go. Okay? You did a great job. Thank you very much. Now collect the gems. Okay. The first one is the ground. Be careful and pay attention. A skeleton will ask you questions. You start the level. Where did you go? You won't answer my questions, yeah? And for example, this is the first question that students must answer. This is a viviparous animal. It's a mammal because it drinks the mother's milk, and it's small, it's omnivore, it can jump and run very fast. Students have to choose only one option. Okay, which is the correct option here? Viviparous, it drinks the mother's milk, it's a small, omnivore, it can jump and run very fast. What do you think is the answer? Nobody? You can activate your microphones. Fox run the coast, said Miss Jeanette. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Miss Jeanette. What type of animal has got a smooth and wet skin? Reptile or amphibian?
Amphibian.
Amphibian, perfect. Okay, and that the student got or gets the gem, okay? We go to the next phase of this game. Choose the correct picture. We start. This animal is oviparous because it lays eggs. It has got 4 legs and scales. It can walk, but it can't run fast, which is the right answer. Aha, perfect. Which of these animals can we find in Motupe as a tourist attraction? Look, this is a context, real context. In this game, students have to answer different questions. but they are learning, they are developing technological skills, but the most important thing that they are acquiring a very important knowledge for them, and in a very significant way by pledging. Okay? So, in this platform, in Genially, you will find many different templates that you can use for, I don't know, creating games, presentations, activities, ludic activities, quizzes. Okay, so this is very, very nice. And I would like to share with you this platform. Okay, I'm gonna show you my, uh, this is my library. Can you see my library? Okay,
Yes.
with all my creations. These are the activities I have already done with my students in class. Okay, here you have some options: create genially, templates, and here you have gamification. Okay, let's explore this platform just to make you know what you can create with this tool. Okay, so gamifying, you have presentations. Okay, different, you see many different games, presentations that you can apply with your students. Yeah, you just have only changed the content and that's it. Okay, perfect. Did you like the game? Students love it. So I think it would be great if you start using this platform, Genially. Okay, and the next one is, I know that many of you, many teachers are using this platform, which is WordWall. I don't know. Have you ever used WordWall? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Orwell, yes, really, really nice. It's an online platform designed to help teachers create interactive and engaging activities for students, not only in person, but also online. Okay, and this platform provides various templates too for teachers to select from, ranking from the common multiple choice quizzes like Kahoot, for example, or matching pairs. You have anagrams, you have sorting out or close questions. Okay, so let's take a look of this platform. I will share with you one of these activities. Yeah, and I want you to tell me, what can we develop? What can we develop with this activity? Click the last link that I've shared with you in the chat room, please. WordWall. Click the link. Yes, did you click the link?
We cannot see the
Millie,
link.
Millie, we cannot see the link.
You cannot see the link.
You send the link, please.
Okay, I'm sharing it again. I'm sharing the link again. Look at the chat room. One more time, please. Yes? Is it there?
It doesn't appear.
Can you see
It
it
doesn't
now?
appear.
No, it
Maybe
doesn't.
you
No, it
are
doesn't
sending
appear.
the link to a certain person. Maybe that's
Yeah.
why.
Make sure you are sharing with the whole.
Okay, okay, perfect. Give me just 1 second. I'm so sorry. Okay.
Yes, now it's here.
Now?
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I've been sharing the links to just one person, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So please click the link and let's play. This game is word, well, it's not word formation. It's just to unscramble, yes, sentences or words to make a new sentence. You have to unscramble words to make a sentence. Okay? Yes, are you playing it? Sentences formation. What competences or capacities do you think we are developing through this game? Sentences formation. Uh-huh. Miss Gigi, can you help me with the answers, please? Writing. Excellent, Marlene. Aha, writing. Perfect. Very good.
The answers, writing, also reading, grammar.
Grammar, reading. Aha, perfect. Very good. There are countless activities we can do with this platform. Word wall. Word wall. Actually, here, for example, you have some of my activities. You just have to create the activity here. Create activity. Uh-huh. For example, here, it says, find the correct day of the week. This is the second day of the week. And students have to unscramble, in this case, the letters, just to form the word. The second day, Tuesday. You see? Perfect. And students are developing writing skills. Spelling, which is highly important. Spelling. Okay, perfect. Very good. And now I would like to share with you more activities. For example, you have the roulette. In the roulette, we are going to work, or we are going to help our students develop that speaking skill, which is relevant, right? Speaking skills. How can we develop speaking skills by using this roulette? Very, very easy. I would like to share with you how you can work speaking with this roulette. Okay? I'm sharing the link with you of this activity in the chat. Please let me know that I'm sharing the link with you in the chat room. Okay? Can you see? This is the link, the roulette. Are you in, my friends?
Yes.
Perfect. Very good. Thank you. Okay, I'm sharing my screen too. This is the roulette. What did he or she do yesterday? Students have to spin the roulette and they have to answer the question. Okay, they played, okay, or they played at a park, maybe. And you can make your students answer these questions in pairs, individually maybe, but you are developing their speaking skills. You see, this is the roulette. And there's another activity that students love. This is the hangman. Hangman. Hangman is another interesting and really funny activity. Hangman. Yes? Okay. Are you in the hangman game? I will share with you hangman. Here, for example, brush the teeth. They have to click letter by letter to make the phrase or to form a phrase. In this case, for example, the content, it will be, I don't know, it could be daily activities, a daily routine, actions or daily actions in your routine. Okay, so we are developing in this sense writing, reading, speaking, and listening skills. Yeah. Okay, so I would like to invite you. I would like to invite you to use these friendly platforms. I'm pretty sure will be really useful and your students will love them. Okay, let's go back to the presentation now. I hope you liked it. I hope you are playing them. Okay, and the next platform that I would like to share with you today in this workshop is quizzes. Okay, I'm pretty sure that many of you are using quizzes in your lessons. Quizzes is a learning platform that offers multiple tools to make classroom fun, interactive, and engaging. For example, you can create lessons too, as in Nearport, as we did in Nearport. Contact formative assessment, assign homework, we can assign homework, and have other interactions with students. Okay, so this is quizzes, and I would like to share another activity created in this platform. Yes, I gonna share all the links that I have prepared for this workshop with you. Okay, please click the link quizzes. Perfect, Sylvia. That's great. Congratulations. I know that your students love Hangman. It's really fun. Okay. Now, quizzes. Are you in the link? Yes? Perfect. This is another platform. Quizzes. Okay, I will share my screen with you. Okay, in this activity, you are going to answer different questions. Gigi is there, excellent. Jane, Alexander, Claudia, Ana Maria, Milena, perfect. Kathy, Maffer, Janet, Lou, Meli, David. You just have to click and you are ready to answer the questions. Number one, are they watching TV? Okay, it's not only multiple choice questions. In this game, you students can type their answers. They can type their answers. We are reinforcing or developing reading and writing. Yeah? Are you playing it? Perfect. Very good, Claudia. You have 1 minute to play this game. Okay. I would like to explore with you this platform, quizzes. Yeah? Give me a second. I'm sharing my screen with you. Okay. Let me know if you can see my screen now. Yes, can you see my screen now? I'm in the platform quizzes.
Everything's perfect.
Yeah? Okay, perfect. So this platform, let me see. Can you hear me? Somebody said that, somebody wrote, sorry, that cannot hear me. Can you?
Yes, we can hear you, Emily.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. Now, here in quizzes, as I said before, you can create lessons, okay? Formative assessments too, or assign homework. How can we do it? Okay, here, for example, you have the option create. If you click here, you have the chance to choose the type of activity you want to create, exam or lesson. Okay, exam. Okay, create. And there are different templates to create your exam or quiz. Multiple choice questions, okay, and scrambling, filling the gaps, okay, for give me a second, to classify something, to draw, open questions, okay, there are different. For example, I'm going to choose this one, multiple choice question, okay. You just have to write the question and type your options. For example, can you help me, please? Can you give me a question and some options of answers? Claudia, maybe you? Let's create one question with you.
I cannot talk.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
My voice.
Okay. Maybe is which is the longest bone in the human body? Okay, this is my question. Maybe here, humerus, tibia, femur, or I don't know, tell me another, fibula. Okay, which is the longest bone in the human body? You just tick that correct option. Humerus, no. Tibia, no. Femur, okay. I click there and that's it. You save the question. You save the question by clicking this option, save question, okay? You save the question and you have the first question in your quiz. Okay, if you want to assign points, you can assign it points. 1 point, 2 points, 3 points, 4 or 5. Timing is key in quizzes. Perfect. You assign the time. 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 30, I don't know. It's up to you according to the content, according to the activity you are working with your students. Okay? And if you want to add another question, you just have to create here. Click here, create new question, and that's it. You choose another, maybe you can choose another type of question. For example, fill in the gaps. You write your question here and the possible answer. It's highly important to type too the possible answer. Yes, that students may type in their quizzes. Yes, perfect. And then you keep it, you save the question, and that's it. Once you finish, you just have to click here, publish, and that's it. You have a new quizzes created. Yes, and this quiz is gonna be ready to use in your classrooms. Yes, did you understand this, how this platform works? Okay, perfect, very good. This This was quizzes. And there are different and several platforms which we can use in our classrooms to gamify our lessons. For example, Educa Play, it's another, Genially, something that I shared with you before, Nearpot, Per Deck. What is Per Deck? Per Deck is actually an extension. Google, we are, San Agustin School is a Google reference school. So we work a lot with the Google tools. Yes. And one of the tools that we work and that we use a lot in our lessons is Google presentations. And PerTech is actually an extension that we can apply in our Google presentations. And it's quite interesting because students are following the presentation with you, but then they can answer questions related to the presentation at the same time. Yes, maybe in another workshop we can please talk about this extension, which is really interesting and helpful. Yes, Kahoot is very common. WordWall, quizzes, and Google Slides. These are some of the platforms that I can share with you today. It's essential to mention that all of these platforms are totally free. There are some plans that you can get, but if you don't want to get them, no problem. It's totally free, as I said before. And well, before finishing this workshop, I would like to give some suggestions. Number one, it's key and highly important to model the game before students start to play. You have to explain in advance what they have to do, how they are going to play that game. You have to model because sometimes you just share the link with the students and then the students have many questions because they don't know how to play that game. So it's highly important to model. Modeling first. It's key to work with some previous knowledge as a strategy before presenting a game in class. And as a foreign languages teachers, you know that some students need a lot of practice and internalize important vocabulary and structures. However, students must be engaged to have success in this learning process. And we must be honest. Workbooks, books, countless book pages, or text exercises are not always highly engaging for our students. So, my friends, I hope you like the workshop, and I would like to encourage you to gamify your classrooms. And before I leave in, I would like to share this quote with you. Technology will not replace great teachers, but technology in the hands of great teachers can be transformational. Yes? Thank you so much, dear participants. I'm going to share this presentation and I'm going to share all the links with many activities you can apply in your classrooms. If you have any question, if you have any doubt, please feel free to contact me. Okay, I'm leaving my email in the chat room. Okay, this is my email, molivo@sanagustinchiclayo.edu.pe, molivo@sanagustinchiclayo.edu.pe. Okay, thank you so much, my friends. And Miss Gigi, I don't know if there's if there are any question from the audience.
Yes, there are some questions. Thank you very much, Miss Olivo, Miss Milagros. I have a question. I have a question from Claudia Madrid. The question is the following. When it comes to getting students to actually learn, which would you say shows better results in class, using digital tools or old school? Or old school? Traditional school.
Traditional school. Well, as I said before, in traditional schools, that methodology, it was not based on the student. It was not a student center. So students were not able to play, students were not able to do, were not able to interact with others. But nowadays, in this, I don't know if I don't know if it's correct to say modern education. Uh, with technology, we can reach a lot of from our students. They can develop many skills. As I showed you before in these platforms, there are countless activities that you can apply with your students and you can reinforce speaking, reading, writing, listening skills. And the most important thing is they are going to develop competences. Competences. I think they could learn more by using resources which can engage them and motivate them to keep learning.
Okay, thank you. There is another question. From Maribel. What do we have to consider before deciding on using a game?
What do you have to consider? First, would you like your students have fun in your lessons? This is the first question. What do I want to reach or to achieve with my students? What do I want to achieve with my students? We want a boring classroom, or we want a fun classroom, doing lots of activities, having fun, learning at the same time. And it's highly important, as I said before, that we need to work on previous knowledge. Actually, we can use some of these activities to collect previous knowledge, but it's highly important to model, it's highly important to know the student's level, yes, before planning an activity. We need to know the group of students we have. We need to know the level of these students. We need to know the preferences of these students, their interests. And taking all of these into account, we can start planning an interactive and ludic activity to be done in our classrooms.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Milagros Olivo, for such an inspiring presentation. Now it's time to meet our sponsors and raffle the prizes they will generously give to some lucky winners.
Please, Milagros, stop sharing.
Okay. These are our sponsors, SBS Librería Internacional and ABC Didáctico. Let's watch the following video.
En SBS, Librería Internacional, Estamos comprometidos con la educación y la difusión de la cultura a través de materiales físicos y digitales. Somos una de las cadenas más grandes de Sudamérica, orientada a producir y distribuir libros de idiomas, académicos y de interés general, así como bibliografía clásica e imprescindible. Hemos consolidado nuestra presencia en Perú con librerías ubicadas estratégicamente en los departamentos de Lima, Cusco, Arequipa, Trujillo, Piura, Chiclayo, Iquitos y Huancayo. Además de una librería online, donde presentamos una gran variedad de títulos que podrás recibir desde la comodidad de tu hogar, gracias a nuestro servicio de delivery a nivel nacional. SBS Librería Internacional. Soluciones para quien enseña y para quien aprende.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you for the video. And, oh, hello.
Yes, just 1 second, just to let all the audience know that I have already shared some activities that maybe could be useful for the teachers here in this event. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Milagros. Okay, so now it's time for the raffle, and we have to announce the prizes. For the first prize, we have a practice test plus A2 key, new for the 2022 exam, okay? And we have the second prize is English Conversation 2. Good. So we are very happy to present these two prizes for our lucky winners. Okay. Thanks to our sponsors, SBS Library and ABC Didáctico. Now, let's spin the wheel. Okay, we don't see the wing wheel, please. Again, thank you. Yeah. Okay. We have one prize. Okay. And the second prize goes to Lourdes Cisniegas from Piura. Okay. Congrats. Congrats, Lourdes Cisniegas from Piura. Now, the first prize. Very good, Lourdes, you are here. Congratulations. Okay. Wow. And the first prize is for Milena Barrantes from Chiclayo. Congrats, Milena. Milena, are you here? Milena Barrantes? Are you in the seminar, please?
Yes, thank you so much.
Okay, Milena. Congrats, very good. Excellent. Well, to our winner from Chiclayo, you will have to go to San Agustin School to pick your present. And for Lourdes Cisniegas from Piura, we will send, Lourdes, we will send you your prize. Okay?
Thank you so much.
Okay. Lucky girls. Okay, now we are going to continue with the final workshop, our final workshop. Workshop number 3, Tech Tools to Enhance Our Students' Communicative Skills by Katia Adriansen. Technology has become an important tool when delivering our class sessions. After virtual education enabled our students to keep learning during pandemic times, it is undeniable that education and technology have created a bond. In this workshop, Mrs. Adriansen will be sharing a number of tools which will help you optimize your students' learning process in a simple but interactive way, brushing up our students' communicative skills. Mrs. Adriansen holds a master's degree in education from Universidad de Piura. She has also obtained international certifications from Cambridge ESOL and has been working in the ELT field for more than 20 years. She has been a teacher of English at all levels, from kindergarten to adults, a teacher trainer preparing teachers to sit international exams apart from training them in specific courses in the primary and secondary level. In the past 20 years, she has also been working as a professor at Universidad de Piura and a coordinator in a prestigious bilingual school. Welcome to Mrs. Adriansen.
Oh, thank you very much for that nice welcome and hello with everybody. But I just need to know, first of all, thank you for being so patient because I know that this is Saturday morning or now midday and we are still here. But just I want to check that you are there. Can everybody raise your hand, please? Because I can see all the cameras off. Yes? All right, come on, let's raise our digital hands there. So just to know that you are with me. Hey, hello, Janina. Very good. So, just Janina is here. And I can also see Claudia. And thank you very much, Isela, for that welcome. All right. So, thank you very much for just being here. It's my pleasure to just share this workshop with you. Okay. Yeah, I can see your hands there waving. I know that you have had a very interesting morning. I'm sorry that I couldn't join before, but believe it or not, I'm still at school now because I had just finished a workshop here at school too with some students. So what about this? Tech tools to enhance our students' communicative skills. We had to learn during the pandemic. Probably it was not our main method to teach, but we had to learn on how to use those tools. But can we just please the chat very quickly and tell me which tools or which platforms, which apps you have used in order to give your classes, please? I would like to know. In the chat. Okay, Maruad, thank you. Everybody. Okay, Padlet, thank you, Dante. Wordwall, very good, thank you. Kahoot, Classroom, Genially. What else? Ding, ding. Okay, Nearpod, thank you. Kahoot too. Our students love it, right? Come on, what else? Quizzes, very good, thank you. Wordwall. Okay, Pure Deck, Wordwall and Quizzes, thank you. All right, any other? I know that it was a challenge for us. It was a challenge for us just to start using all of these platforms because, I guess that there are a lot of young teachers here, but also those of us who use those traditional methods where we were supposed just to work with a piece of chalk or probably a marker and just write on the board. It worked perfectly. We have no trauma at all. But nowadays, I think that we have to adapt to the new needs and to the new generations, right? Nowadays, I am just teaching secondary students, and I can say that I've learned a lot from them too. And thank you very much for those teachers who text and just share their ideas in the platforms you have used. Please, just to start, please, can we have the next slide? This is good, thank you. All right, which says technology in education, a variety of tools and resources, and you have mentioned some of them. So let's see if we have the same. All right, so what is the first that we have here? Near part 2. Can we please? Can we just press the first button down so that we can share what is the first tool that we would be using in the... Oops. Technology has pros and cons, huh? So let's just press the first button in variety of tools and resources, but we do have some examples there. Can we just press the first button, please? I don't know if Gisela, you have access to that presentation so that you can press the first button?
No, I don't have access to that presentation. What I can see is the chat box.
Super, super. Thank you very much. So it's Mentimeter. All right. Kahoot, as you've mentioned. Thank you. What is the other one? We've also mentioned WordWall. Congratulations for those of you who are using it too. We do have Jamboard. Very good. Thank you. A puzzle too. E-portfolio. Potun. And we have one more there. Padlet. Thank you very much. So let's stop here. In this case, we have some platforms and some apps that you have already mentioned, okay, in the chat. What about that? What is the reason? Why should we use these apps, these platforms with our students? Can you just say as much as possible? So which ideas have you got? Why do we use these tools with them? I think that we can just have a raffle with all the students to have a funny class. Thank you, Christian. Okay, very good. What else? More than to have a funny class. Okay, we can just ask our students, or just we can encourage them to be hooked to our classes, to make them learn by themselves. Very good, thank you. I think that to motivate the students. Thank you, Lola. All right. We have different ideas here. They engage easily with games. Perfect. Thank you, Sarella. All right, so as we mentioned at the beginning, we have just different forms to teach, right? For a collaborative learning, to make students learning a different way. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. Interact with the students to make sure the learning process is taking place. Great, Claudia. Thank you very much. Okay. What if I ask you to do the next activity? First of all, can you write yes or no in the chat if you like sharks? Like baby shark, right? Baby shark, do, 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 do. Okay, yes. Oh my gosh, Claudia, you love sharks and you like them. Okay, who doesn't like sharks at all? Come on, it's just yes or no. Baby shark only. Yes, me too. Or just those who have no, okay? Those who have no teeth at all, right? No, okay. Yeah, all right. Thank you. No. No. And a little. What about the next slide, please, Jesus? Can you just share the next slide with us? Let's talk about sharks. Look at that. Wait. You prefer goldfish. Okay. You can see the first word, the picture that they have there is fish. Okay, we have the word fish and the picture of a beautiful shark. All right. Would you like to sing with sharks? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, come on, Anna. All right. So no thanks. Okay. Yes. All right. Just enjoying the sea, like under the sea. Okay. Yes. I'm busy that day. Okay. Love it. Thank you. So, which words are connected to sharks? Before we continue, we have two words already. Fish, sea. Which other words are connected? Vertebrates. Thank you, Anna. Okay. Thief. Oh, yeah. Dangerous. Death. Oh, huh. What else? What else? Ocean. Very good. Things. I think that we can have a raffle with those teachers who are participating, eh? Blood. Oh, my goodness. Yes, all right. What else? Come on, come on, come on. Blood. What else? What else? What else can we have there? Impressive. Thank you, Lourdes. Danger. Uh-huh. Frightening. Scary. Uh-huh. Ancient. All right. Thank you. What else? Big teeth. Thank you, Evelyn. All right. Any other ideas? Blood. All right. Okay, so but just negative things, fighting for survive. All right, Vanessa, super. Horror stories. Okay. What else? Okay, let's continue by showing those words then. So just to see if we match with the other ones. Huge animal. Ugo animal. Who's Ugo? Magnificent animals, right? Thank you. Adventure. Suspense. Very good. Predator. Uh-huh. Thank you. So let's continue by showing those aggressive sea animals. Thank you, thank you. Dangerous and beautiful at the same time. Yeah, romantic stories. Oh my God, Janina. Scary predator. Okay, thank you. So come on, come on, come on. Let's show some of the words that we do have there, please. Which other ones? Uh-huh. Thief. All right, another one. Please. Bite. Okay. Attack. Uh-huh. What is the next one? Hungry. Uh-huh. What else, please? Thin. What else? We have the ocean and, as you've mentioned, predator too. Okay. Thank you very much for those of you who wrote some of those words there too. And congratulations, because we can have a lot. How many words do you think that we can make a list, have a list of these words just connected to shark only by looking at a picture? 10, 20, 100. That's the idea, Gisela. Very good. 100. Okay. So, please, can we have the next slide then? I'm gonna bet you just to have that. So, wait. So we can have this up, that Mentimeter, right? And we will have there a link that I would like you to share, please, with our audience, okay? Can we just share the link that we do have there? At the bottom of it, the presentation? Yes! Can we please share the link? Probably we can copy and paste in the chat so that we can share it together too. All right? Where is the link? Okay, coming soon, coming soon. All right, so we just can copy the link that is on the slide, please, and just post it in the chat. Coming soon. It's just for you to start thinking on the 100 words Gisela said. Thank you. Okay, thank you very much. That's the link. Let's just, thank you very much. So let's join that link, please. And I don't know if we can share that link too. You know, I love just working with technology. In fact, while we just get a link being shared, in the school where I'm working now, we don't use any notebooks or books anymore. So we do work with iPads. And so every student has to work with that technology. So that's why I could just learn a lot of how they like learning. These years I have been working with secondary students. Okay, here you have the link. Thank you. All right, so it says, which words can be connected to sharks? The idea is that we can enter some words there and just submit it, please, okay? Let's enter some words there. Okay, and I think that you have just a presentation. Let me find it. Okay, let's vote here to have the presentation. Okay, so okay, let's see. Okay, so can we have the full presentation there, please? So that we can see the result? Yes? Okay, thank you. All right, well, I think that we can have access to that presentation then. All right, what about those of you who have used a Mentimeter? What is it for? We know that as soon as we add some words in the link that you have received, we can create a word map, right? So can we please just press the next button on the slide? Excellent, thank you. All right, let's stop there. So as you can see, we can see a word map with the shape of a map. Is it possible that we motivate our students by also just sharing this kind of words when writing, for example, Mentimeter? I think that in that moment, no students, even the weakest ones, are going to feel afraid. The idea is that while doing this exercise, everybody can type a word. Yes, can type a word and share ideas, even if there are some misspellings. What are we going to get through this game, this activity, is that all the students participate. None of them are going to be just quiet or just even try. What is the idea of using Mentimeter? Please, can we click the next button here in the presentation? Brainstorming, so we can just know exactly what our students know about sharks in this case, but we can use it just for any of these topics. We can also use it for, let's continue, as a warm-up activity so that we can start and we can just prepare them to talk about the next topic. Very good, Ana Maria, thank you. Your prior knowledge is very useful for us because we can know what they know and what we can just give them more. What else? Why, on which moment we can use Mentimeter for? Break the ice, yes! As an icebreaker. I think that you have had access to my presentation before. Thank you very much. Okay, so what about the next one? I think that we have already mentioned it. And it is to know, to get some previous knowledge, assimilation too. Thank you. So that's why we can just use this tool. At the beginning, some of you mentioned that you have used it. So it's amazing because, as I said, it's fear-free. So we can just know that our students are participating somehow. All right. What about if I want to do some further research? In this moment, what I have just worked on is that in some sentences, probably in the Mentimeter, unfortunately, I didn't have access to it, so I couldn't see what you have written, but the result is going to be a warm-up as the one that I have on the left, right? So we can know which words they know, what kind of vocabulary they are using, and what kind of information I can ask them just to look for. What about the next tool if I want to do some further research on sharks? As a diagnostic test, thank you. Very good. What if I want to do some further research? What can we use? Something that works a lot for me is the next link, please. Just for reading and listening comprehension. Wow, what a beautiful cat. Yes, it's like in Spanish, it's called qué lindo gatito. Do you like tigers then? I love it, but I wouldn't like to have one at home. How can I practice reading and listening comprehension for doing some further research? Remember that on the internet, we can just find lots of websites, right? Lots of websites. But what about just having some skim and scan? Thank you very much, okay? But we just need to have some websites that we can trust on, some reliable material. Because, okay, all right, we can say Google knows, but sometimes we don't know if that information is true or it has been invented probably, right? Can we just share the next link, please? We have a link there, and I would like you to open it, please, Jesus. I don't know if you can help me with that. All right, thank you. It's from National Geographic, all right? And it's also just available in the web. So we're going to see what we can learn from that beautiful cat. Do you have cats at home? No? I'm gonna tell you a secret. I am afraid of cats. I am afraid of them. I'm sorry to tell you that, but it's true. I don't know why, but it's true. Look at that. Yes, can we just press, 20 seconds of that beautiful video, please?
Cons of beauty, power, and the importance of conservation. Tigers have evolved into 6 subspecies. The tiger's tale of evolution can be traced back to about 2 million years ago, when the earliest known tiger ancestor left Africa and ventured into Asia. Over time, the big cat split into 9 subspecies, with 6 still alive today. The most numerous subspecies is the Bengal tiger, accounting for approximately 50% of the tiger population worldwide.
Let's stop it there.
Tigers
Thank
are the
you.
world's
Okay, thank you very much. It's a very beautiful video. Probably we can just share it also with our audience so that we can have access to it. But just tell me, what can we do by using that video, apart from reading and listening comprehension? I have a question, Gisela. Does everybody have access to the microphones, or it's just mute for everybody? I don't know.
Yes, we do have access to the microphone.
Awesome. So I want just any of you just to open your microphones, or probably to type it in the chat as you feel more comfortable with. Okay, interdisciplinary activity. Good, thank you. If you are ready to open your microphones, go ahead. Don't be shy. I used to be shy, but now I'm not anymore. I guess they are not here. When we had just classes in the pandemic, it was just one of our rules for virtual classes set by school was that everybody had to turn the cameras on, because we didn't know if they were there or if they were not. Yes. All right, so come on. I think that we can have the raffle. It's a good idea, Gisela, just for those of you who are participating in the chat. All right.
Of course, we are going to get that ready. Another raffle.
Yay. Thank you. Look at the countries where the different species are. Very good. Thank you. Nothing else. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. What if I want just to see the time, to set the time too? Remember that we have just those timers, online timers that we can use for. Which other ideas can we have just by using that video? Because remember that the title here was just for the research. Dear Fisher, thank you. Meal Habits, thank you. Ana Maria is one who's going to participate there too, huh? All right, come on. What else? Ding dong. All right, so as you mentioned, some of the ideas is just talk about some information like the fishers, habitats, the nature and features too. Is it possible, because my main goal here is just to foster communication, is it possible that by watching this video, they can also share their experiences after listening to it? Describe the possible threats those animals have. Yeah, sure. Very good, Sarila. Thank you. Endangered animals. Awesome. Thank you. Anything else? Can they have a presentation after watching a video? Or do you think that it's enough with that information, the information that is presented there on the video? Or we can have any other activities to be worked on? They can do some more research. Very good, a PBL activity. Thank you. Great. Okay, so let's have a look at the next activity, please, in the presentation. We do have Kahoot. All right, at the end, we're just going to use these tools to do something. But just let me know if we do have just the time. So Jesus, can you just share the presentation then again, just for further research? Thank you. And just probably you can just copy the link on Kahoot. All right, we do have a link on Kahoot there. What is this link of? It says tigers. All right, can you just open it, please? Is it possible to get some new information by playing Kahoot? Or is it just a waste of time? What do you think? Claudia, you said no. What do you think?
Well, sorry for the voice.
Don't worry.
I think Kahoot is a tool we can use in class to spark interest in students. Because you show them some information, and if you engage them in the activity, they will feel like learning more. They will feel like getting to know more about the topic.
Thank you very much. That's it. We can just get the engagement we need from the students by playing, right? I don't know if you, but I do sometimes use Kahoot for teaching grammar. Sometimes, or to reinforce some grammar structures, because honestly, I just prefer to work on some more communicative activities, but sometimes I just need to do some research previously or just afterwards after playing the Kahoot too. So it's just a base just so that encourage and just foster their curiosity. Yes. All right. So can we please have the Kahoot now? So we're going to play because there are only 5 questions. So everybody get ready to join the Kahoot. So we're going to see how far do we know. Yes, they can consolidate what they know. All right. Thank you. So just no, that classic move. Thank you. So everybody, all right, let's join that Kahoot. Are you ready? Yes. Okay, I'm going to join it too from my mobile. Okay. So let's see. I'm going to play. So my Kahoot is here. Okay. So how many participants I'm going to have here? Let me see. Join. So Kahoot. Okay, here we go. I do have my Kahoot in the iPad. Join. Am I going to play on my own? Start 855-831. Okay, I am there. Kahoot, send the link. Oh yeah. So, but you can also you can enter through the code, but just you have the pin there. It's 855-831. Okay. So Katya, here we go. I am in, according to my mobile, but I can see myself. Is it frozen? Jesus, probably can we refresh because I'm in the. Okay. Yeah, thank you. Oh. Do you have another pin now? Oh, you're in. Thank you, Paula. Yeah, all right. So, but okay, let's classic mode. We have to join again. All right, this is 587-1264. Here I am. Here we go. Can you see your names on the screen? I can't it either, but I am in according to this. So.
Katia, I think there is a problem with the page. As I am in, and some others are in, but I don't know why not it's displayed.
Okay, so just let me try to get in, and I would like to share it here, but just give me a second, okay? This is, okay, have you got the link in the chat? Yeah, it's easier to share the link, but I don't know, so I'm just going to find it, Kahoot. So just let me join here. Could you open it, Jesus? Oh yeah. Tigers, okay, yes. So, all right, I think that we just can start. Probably we can see our names, but here we go. Tigers are mamas. Everybody, let's participate there, okay? Come on, true or false? Let's play it together. Okay. Thank you. So, I know there's Christmas music too. All right. Hey, bravo. Woohoo. So, what about the next one? We are in. Okay. So, what about next, please? They're going to do it very quickly in just a minute. All the good. They are the biggest members of the cat family. Okay. Let's skip it. We can do it faster. All right, true. Thank you. Uy, 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 uy. I am in the podium dancer. Come on, come on. All tigers have orange fur and black stripes. Okay, so let's skip it. False. Oi, Valerie. All right. So come on, come on. False. Thank you. Next. Let's do it very quickly, all right? So we're going to show the podium at the end. Tigers do not like water. Let's skip it. Jesus, probably we can skip it so that we can do it faster. I love it. The Valerie is also participating there. It's false. Okay, they love water. Okay, thank you, thank you. Next, come on. Combo breaker. Tigers have short tails. Skip it, skip it. Yes, let's skip it so that we can have more time. Yes, next is false. All right, next, come on. Uy, Dante, good. 6. Tigers are carnivores. Yes or no? Okay, go, 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 go. So let's skip it. Yes. And the correct answer is true. Next. Come on. So let's continue. Next. So yes. All right. So let's continue with the next question. Tigers are endangered. Yes or no? Oh, come on. You're very fast. I can see that. Let's skip it. Yes. Thank you very much. It's true. They are endangered species. Next one. Come on. All right. So next. Thank you. 8. People hunt tigers for their claws. Is it true or false? Let's skip it. All right. Obviously that we don't do that with our students. We don't skip it that fast. All right. Next. Oh, good. Andrea, very good. 9. Tigers eat cows. Yes or no? Let's skip it. True. Next. All right. Okay. Oh my gosh. So it's me. Go ahead. I'm going to play on the 10th one. Tigers can ride at the speeds of 65 kilometers per hour. True or false? And let's skip it. Okay, it's true. So, and then we do have the podium, right? Andrea is there. Second place is Nidia, bravo. And the first place is for... Oh, Katya, so it's me then. Okay, so probably it was a little bit tricky because I knew what the questions were, all right? Thank you very much. Let's stop there. And tell me, how do you feel after playing Kahoot? Obviously, that with our students, it can take longer. We have to do it very quickly because of the time. But hooked, very good. Thank you, Claudia. All right, okay, but it's just a matter of playing or we were doing something else apart from playing? What were we doing? What if I don't have that complete information? What if I don't know anything about tigers? We were learning, okay? Obviously that we can take the time of true or false sentences, something that is very easy to understand, and just to share the information with them. What if, is it possible to play collaborative Kahoot? Is it possible that we form groups? Learning by fun, thank you. Can we form groups to play Kahoot? Yes. What for? What is the main goal of playing a Kahoot like this, for example? Why should we just play it in teams? That's why you didn't use groups, but teams. One can Google, other one can do some research. Collaboration, thank you, Neru, very good, okay? To work collaboratively and win, of course, yes, that's true. Yes, yeah, it's challenging for them because they want to win, but at the same time, they want to get, obviously they are going to win if they have the correct answers. So if they don't work as a team, so they are going to find the information. One can Google it, the other one can take notes. Is it possible to ask them previously to investigate before my class? So can they have some homework just to ask them to investigate a little bit about tigers so that they get ready to participate? Sure, very good. So I keep my students hooked and motivated. They are going to investigate not because they have just to do a composition or an essay, but just because they are going to play, they are going to do something else. So they are doing some further research in order to win, as you mentioned, but at the same time, they are having fun. That is the idea, that we can just ask our students to have something that keeps them hooked. Okay, what about the next activity? I do use it a lot too, so probably you just can, the next slide, please. What else can I use if I want to work on further research? WebQuest. How many of you have used WebQuests in your classes? Write me, or better, write a happy face, draw a happy face in the chat if you have used WebQuests. 1, 2, 3. Okay, not yet. Okay, thank you, Ana Maria. Some happy faces for WebQuest, okay, if you have used them. All right, so ting, 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 ting. That's new, okay, so love it. Nope yet, all right. First of all, what is a WebQuest? What does it sound like? What is it? What does it sound like? A web quest. A quiz, all right. A quiz maybe, okay. Any other ideas? Questionnaires through websites, search tool, our research, very good. What else? Any other ideas? Probably we can know what a web quest is. Nowadays, we're working in different, we're helping our students develop different skills, right? And one of the new skills, the 21st century skills, is just collaboration, communication, and also we do need some inquirer students, right? So can we have the next button, please, in the slide? This was, thank you. What is a web quest? It's an inquiry-oriented lesson format in which most of all the information learners work comes from the web, as you mentioned it. Very good, thank you. So let's click on the next one. What about the elements here? We need an introduction. So it's not just a quiz, but it's just encouraging some research, right? So faster in that. Introduction, we need a task. All right, we need just one activity that you're gonna do, some investigation that you have to fulfill in. The process description, so we need to be very clear on what we want on our students. A conclusion, at the end, the students have to do this a research, but at the same time, they need to have a conclusion so that they have learned something. All right, and the teacher page, obviously that is just for us to have some guidelines. Can we just press the next button, please? What example of a web quest can be, now that we are talking about animals, ta-da! You can press the next button. Yes. endangered animals web quest. For example, what about them? We have tigers, sea turtles, and the giant panda. In this moment, am I asking the student just to write or to investigate about one animal? Am I saying, I am telling them what they have to do? Okay, I want you to investigate about tigers. But what about if you are afraid of cats or tigers like me? For example, from those three, which is your favorite? Can you just type it in the chat, please? Tigers, sea turtles, or giant pandas? Just write it in the chat so that I know that you are still alive behind it. Pandas. Okay, so what else? What else? What else? Come on. Giant panda. So the panda. The panda is the winner. All right, thank you. What else? What else? What else? What do we know? You love pandas. I love them too. All right. What do we know about pandas? What do we know about pandas? They eat bamboo. Very good. Where are they from? Kind of bird. They eat bamboo. Very good. They are playful. If they are 2 or 3 meters tall. All right. Where are they from? Have 1 or 2 cubs per pregnancy. Thank you. China. Okay, but it's a question. All right. Thank you. What else do we know? How do they live? Where do they exactly live? Do I have many pandas at the same time? They are endangered species. Very good. Apart from China, where can we find pandas? In the zoos, okay. Here in Peru, do we have any pandas? No, okay, no, right. Mother pandas take good care of their babies. All right. So, but as you can see here, most of you probably chose the panda, the giant panda. But what if I give my students 3 options and they can make a decision? Some of them will feel more hooked to tigers. Some other ones just would like to talk about or to investigate more about sea turtles, and other ones about giant pandas, right? So this is the first step, to give our students some different options so that they can have just the opportunity to choose. Okay, and then I'm just going to give you a few guidelines on how to organize a web quest. Please, can we just go to the next slide? Thank you. First of all, select a topic that is relevant to the course and interesting to the students. For example, in this moment, if I talk about politics, I think that it's not going to be that important or interesting for them. And probably it's not something that I'm just talking about in my class. So if I start by using some Mentimeter, word maps on the hoods, so they start just having some information before starting the web quest. Let's just focus on here. So the web quest can be that the last activity, the last tool that I can use in order to ask them to do some investigation, some further research. What else? What else can I consider when just having a web quest, please? Tick. It's generally a group activity, not individual, because the idea is that everybody can participate, okay? And remember, collaborative learning. Nowadays, I think that just asking our students to work collaboratively just help them that just with different virtues like tolerance, something that I think that is necessary in our country, our whole world, right? So next one. What about the next step? Select the roles. So which role do you think that we can consider here when we talk about this? The first one? Oh, which roles can we mention before just talking about the skills? We can just have one, the leader, the secretary, probably if you want just to include some pictures too, that one who just doesn't know how to speak or to write well, but probably just can look for the images. The speaker, thank you very much, very good. Okay, and everybody needs to get involved. We know that we have some students who don't like participating, but that's why we have just to give them the chance to probably pick what role they want to play in this web quest and investigation work, right? It says build skills before asking for a product. So I think that as teachers, we need just to set the rules, right? So respect, accepting ideas. They probably can just share a Jamboard with you so that we can know exactly what they are doing, right? So, and what about the last one, please? What about the last guideline that we have here? Suggest some websites and material to get information from. All right. Nowadays, we know that if we Google and we say Google knows, Google presents a lot of information and sometimes it's not reliable. And apart from that, it's not that safe for our students. All right. So we can just have a list of certain websites that we can share with them so that they can exactly know where to get it from. Thank you. So just try it. Try the web quest. You have one website that is just called WebQuest that you can create your quest for free. And you have a lot of models also. So try it. It's just really challenging and engaging for them. What about the next one? What other things can I use? I'm sorry that I'm going too fast, but I know that the time is very short today. So what other which other tool can I use for further research, Jesus? Can you just move to the next slide, please? At the beginning, you've mentioned word wall, right? And we do have a link there, please. I know you can share it too. It says further research and discussion. Remember that we can use word wall for different purposes, okay? It's a great app. Yeah, I love it. And you know, the most important probably, and I mean, one of the happiest things is that we can just take a lot for free. They have already been done for us. So we can use those tools. I mean, sometimes our biggest problem as teachers is the time. Right? We don't have time because we have to do multiple tasks, multiple things. And apart from being teachers, we are also family members. So we need to have a life too. So can we please share that word wall again, please, Jesus? You have the link there? Yeah, thank you. Yes, it is, Glenda. We can practice, as you can see there, vocabulary, spelling, grammar. Thank you. The some questions and answers, and you can also foster some debates. I don't know if I work with only girls in an only girls school, and they talk a lot. Okay. At the beginning, probably, I don't know, last year, it was just quite more difficult to ask them just to talk without feeling quite ashamed or just, uncertain with the answers. Okay, come on, choose one number. The first number that is in the chat is the one that we're going to open. One number in the chat from 1 to 11, please. 3. Okay, super. Let's open number 3. Is the whale smaller than the penguin? Yes, it is, or no, it isn't. Everybody, just type your answer in the chat. No, okay, no, it isn't. This is just choose the answer. Psst. No, yes, no. Bravo. Okay. Another number, please. Another number in the chat. Come on. 10, number 10, Jesus. Let's open it, please. Okay. Does the giraffe eat grass? Yes or no? Yes. Everybody says yes, so yes, it does. Bravo. Okay. So what can we do with that? As you can see, we have plenty of options, and this is one safe, game. You don't, students are not going to are fearless at all right? And they're going to participate. If they made it wrong, no problem. Life continues and they can just continue investigating too. Thank you. So let's just move to the presentation. Let's move back to the presentation, please. Okay. So, and thank you because I can see that you use word wall. I love it too. All right. So what other tool I use that my students love is, okay, we can use it for vocabulary, spelling, grammar, questions and answers, and even for debates, right? Depending on the whole exercise that we have just chosen. Thank you. Let's move to the other one. Yes, okay, good. What about Google Earth? How many of you have used Google Earth? Tell me. Write me, write no yet, but write something in the chat so that I know that you are there, please. Not yet, okay. I don't know, but I guess that everybody loves traveling around the world. And okay, so we don't have to spend that much money. Okay, some time ago, I'm gonna tell you that my students love it. For example, what if, before using Google Earth, I'm talking about tigers or giant pandas, right? Okay, and I know that they live in China. So I can go to China. I can visit a zoo in China just to see if it's true. So don't you think that our students will feel more motivated if they visit the place? They visit, but without traveling to China, right? So what about by using Google Earth? What can we do with our students? What can we get from them? Apart from traveling around the world, I think that you will probably discover the ones that you start using it. We can, Jesus, before moving on, do you have access to Google Earth?
Yes, I did.
Yes, you have access to Google Earth? So that we can visit a zoo in China?
I mean, I can enter.
No, but just you can just type it there. Can you?
All right.
Okay, so no problem. We can enter here. I don't know if I can share that so that I can share my app here. So let me see. I'm gonna visit a zoo in China. Okay, so let's visit a zoo in China, please.
Katia, you have the remote.
Hmm?
You have the remote.
Okay, so go ahead. So let me find it. So can you just type it? Can you type it there? Just, a zoo in China. Okay, here we go. So let's see pandas. Let's see how they live. Okay, there, thank you. Let's visit a zoo. Don't you feel curious? How many pandas do you think that we're gonna see? Okay, so let's travel to China. You see? So come on. Okay, all right, go ahead. But what about the zoo? Let's visit the zoo because probably we're going to be in a restaurant because now it's lunchtime and I don't want anybody just to go for lunch. So let's visit the zoo. The zoo, just write it there. For example, while we're just Googling it, what is the most famous zoo in China? Do you know? Let's enter the first one. Yes. Nope. Okay. But as the teacher is just doing it, we can, find some information probably in Google, right? So let's see. We are about to see real pandas there. Okay. So we're the Ministry of Construction, the China Zoo Association. All right. So I guess that they're not going to be pandas. Shanghai Zoo. Thank you, Alexander. Okay. All right. Well, we get it because it just takes a little bit long time. What about that? Is it possible that we use this app, Google Earth, to also help our students investigate more? Don't you feel curious? I've never been to China, but I would like to see some pandas there. Don't you feel curious about just seeing them in a zoo? I do. Sure, right, Dante? Thank you. Okay, I think the pandas are sleeping. But no problem. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. Yeah, no problem. So this is the idea. Okay, so we can just get into the zoo, but we know that we can use that app too for using and for visiting and for just making our students thank you very much. Okay, to make our students more curious. All right, so that's why foster curiosity is another mean of using Google Earth. And why not to, what about the next one? To learn about new cultures. You can press the next one. Thank you. So as you can see here, we can do a lot of things just by using different apps. It's a great tool. Yeah. All right. Welcome, Christian. Okay, so as you can see, I mean, it's a better engagement, okay, that we can just get from our students there. So whenever I do work with students from different topics, in this case, endangered animals, I ask them to visit the zoo. And you can imagine, they can spend a long time there. So we have to set a time. Okay, so we don't have 5 minutes to visit the zoo, and you can just Google Earth by that. Because if you tell them, let's visit China, forget about it. They will be there forever and ever. Okay, so come on, what about the next one? Because we're about to get the end. It's a better engagement too. And the last but not least, please, what about the next app or the next tool that I can use? And I am pretty sure that almost everybody has used it, is Canvas, right? Students do work very, very good work with it, and they do enjoy it. So come on, let's just continue with the presentation, please, Jesus. We have some collaborative work there. It foster, yeah, they do. Foster creativity because they can do whatever they want, yes? And apart from that, they play a very active role in Canvas. Okay, and the best part, yes, that's true. The best part here is they can also just insert some links, they can record videos. They will have the templates ready for them. So let's continue with it. Please. They will have a lot of templates that they can just take borrow from the platform, and they can just continue and prepare their presentation. I know that we do have to finish very quickly, so let's just move at the end, just to wrap up a few ideas here, all right? So Jesus, let's move to the other one. What about the advantages? What about the advantages of using technology in education there? We do have all the tools in our hands. We can do whatever we want. The only thing is, yes, that's true. They can have faster access to information. We do too, all right? We do too. Before the pandemic, probably we didn't use them as much as we do now, but we know that they work. And as I was telling you, we're working with a different generation, okay? Generation Z is like, okay, sometimes we want to tell them something, but they already know about it. So we have just to guide how they can investigate, That's true. They are native. Thank you. What about the next one, Jesus, please? Personalized learning opportunities. So they won't feel afraid of participating in class because they do have access to this information. They can feel sure with it, more confident. What about next one, please? It says here, increase student engagement. We have agreed with that. What about the next one? Just two more. Just to finish them, we can just combine our teaching methodologies, not only the same every day. So one day we can use Canvas, the other day we can use the board, the computer. I mean, in my school, they are not allowed to bring mobile phones, but they can use their computer and all the other devices so that they can find some information. And I think that everybody agrees on the last one. The idea of teaching English is to keep on being the favorite teachers, right? So we have to make learning. What is the next one? Jesus, please. We have to make learning more. No, we have just to give one more click. Makes learning more fun. Oh, come on. Don't be a spoiler. We can make learning more fun. Thank you very much. I do really appreciate the time with you. I am very happy that, I could see some of your comments in the chat. I know that everybody, all of us have experienced that, that chance that you know that your students are not there. So that's why we have just to ask everybody to type or just to please say, hey, I'm here, because it's pretty difficult when we can see each other. But it's a Saturday morning. We have already started with the afternoon, but I hope that we have enjoyed a lot. And now, yes, all right. So what about the next slide, please, Jesus? Thank you very much. You do have my email there. If you want to receive the presentation, I can send it to you too, and we can continue sharing some more platforms and apps. Thank you, and let's keep on enjoying what we do. Nobody has forced us just to be teachers, so if we decided to be one of them and to join and just share all of this amazing work, it's because we made a decision. So have a great Saturday, and thank you very much for all of you. Thanks, Jesus. I guess that you are there too. Thanks so much for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mrs. Adriancena, for this such inspiring presentation. Now I would like to invite Mr. Jesus Salinas, head of the Foreign Languages Department and head of the organizational committee, which made this event possible, to deliver the final words. Jesus.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank you to all the speakers. I'm going to just give the final words. Thank you to the organizational committee, colleagues, and attendees. I hope that you're doing just fine and you have enjoyed this event. Or actually, this international academic seminar, the 9th edition. We have had speakers from local speakers, national speakers, and international speakers. So as I have just mentioned, this is the 9th edition of this academic event. And behind it, there are months of committed work of the whole team to organize every single aspect of such a broad event. I would like to thank the team that has made this and the previous events possible. I would like to thank Colegio San Agustín, Chiclayo, for confiding in the Foreign Languages Department, and the speakers for such a good display of knowledge and effective pedagogical experiences. We know that after the pandemic, technology has come to stay and foster our teaching performance. Let's remember that we are teachers and we can make a difference in the world. Thank you all for attending from different countries: Peru, Ecuador, Chile, Colombia, India, Canada, the UK, etc., etc. I'm sorry if I forgive some of the countries. But as usual, we have had a good presentation. Good speakers. Thank you, Hassan. Thank you, Harold. Thank you, Milagros. And thank you, Katia, for such inspiring presentations. That's it for the organizational committee. Thank you very much, and see you next year.
Thank you so much, Mr. Jesus Salinas. Well, this way, this 9th International Academic Seminar has come to an end. We would like to thank you for your participation, and we hope to see you all again in future events. Good afternoon. Thank you so much.
Just remember to fill in the last Google form for the attendance. Thank you very much.